guys, welcome back to WeWatchedAMovie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
That's Thor.
On the floor. Ready to knock down the door.
I'm trying to. Hey, how's it going? Friday night. And I'm feeling right. The party's here on the west side. So I reached for my 40 and I put it up. Designated driver. I'm going to stop now.
Took the keys to my truck.
I can do the whole song.
I feel so faded.
Montel Jordan, everybody.
Yeah, so we just got done reviewing our spoiler and non-spoiler review for Until Dawn.
Yeah. Is this early? Is this weird? 6 p.m.? 6 p.m.
It's early. I mean, early for our fans.
Mm-hmm. I wonder. I saw somebody in there was like, it's a typo. It doesn't actually start till 9. I was like, no, I mean, we're doing this.
Might as well try it.
We'll see what's going on. Based on the fact there's only 30 people here right now, it's probably not a good sign, but here we are. We're men.
Tomo says you look like one of those Shazam kids with that hat on.
What's this Shazam kid?
Remember Shazam 2 where they all get powers?
Yeah.
Like his family, his adopted family.
What's wrong with my hat?
You look stupid.
You look stupid.
I know. I have a green shirt on, and it's well past St. Patrick's Day.
What? Dummy. Shut up, jerk. I like my hat. It's a shuck and shack.
Might be catching Pokemon. You do know.
That's pretty good.
You be doing that.
That was pretty good. I'll give you that one. I will give you that. Yeah, Until Dawn sucks, but we're not going to talk about it because we've got a review coming out. We want you to watch it. I'm just kidding.
It wasn't good.
It was not.
It wasn't good.
Jump
But
scare
if you want more detailed about why it sucks,
yeah. Not only that. Oh, I forgot. Watch this. Technology. We're really good at it.
Wow.
We're fucking great at it. I mean, we're awesome. I did not say that for YouTube. That was my uncle. Sometimes he watches and his words come out. I don't know what's going on. Yes. Rest in peace, Lar Park Lincoln, by the way.
Who?
From the Friday 13th franchise.
Oh.
Passed away. And then I'll pull up the actual story and see what happened here. I don't know if they released the story about what happened or whatever, but
yeah, that girl.
Yeah, unfortunately. And I think, dude, yeah, she was only 63, which is
yeah, Dad was pretty young when he passed away too.
Absolute tragic. What? No, don't do that. Stop. Come back to me. Yeah, here we go. Lar Park Lincoln, Friday the 13th in Knott's Landing, Ashes, dead at 63.
She was the girl in the New Blood. Yeah, she was the psychic girl. Right?
Yeah. She was one of the best actresses in the franchise, like for all the movies. Like she was great. And then she did Roseblood as well. She came back and did that. She was only 63, battled breast cancer for years before death. So maybe that had something to do with it. But yeah, dude, huge bummer, especially when people like, I'm weird, man. Like this is going to sound mean, not about her, but about other people. Like when it's like Gene Hackman, for instance, it's sad that Gene Hackman died. Right. But whenever I hear that somebody's like in their 90s and they died, I'm like, hey, good for you, man. That's all. Like you asked me right now, die at 92, sell. I'm taking it. But whenever anybody dies under the age of 70, man, I think it's an absolute tragedy. And just, dude, she looked amazing for her age too. Not that it matters. She just did. Yep. So yeah, that's unfortunate, man.
High Spike Money.
What'd you say to me?
High Spike Money. He says.
Oh, I was like, what does that mean? Is that some cool Generation X thing that I don't know about? Oh, by the way, there's some shit talking going on in wrestling.
We cannot go on the wrestling rampage anymore.
No, I don't want to. I'm just saying I watched what happened with that Travis Scott thing, and it's the most embarrassing thing I've watched in wrestling since ever. That was so bad, dude. I saw a clip on Twitter. John Cena wins, and then the music kicks on, and Travis Scott walks out with the belt. Rapper Travis Scott walks out with a belt and takes 3 minutes walking down the ramp while a song plays, and it's like Finn. I
don't know.
Finn.
I really don't know who he is.
It's a Gatorade commercial, and then it ends. That was it. That was the big thing. It's like, oh my! And then John Cena's just in the ring going. I'm like, oh, this is the worst shit I've ever seen. And then The Rock said that it was, and people start blaming The Rock. It's like The Rock's fault. It's Triple H's fucking fault, man. He runs the WWE. Write something fucking better. Triple H.
I'm not. Dude, I mean, WWE died a long time ago, in my opinion. It just did.
DED, dead.
Dead.
Yeah,
and the reason why I don't want to talk about it is because apparently a couple of streams ago, when we were talking about it a little bit more in depth, we lost like 40 fucking people. They went away. Like, no way. Not interested.
We're not going to continue to talk about wrestling. I just had to get it all off my chest, okay? And if you want to come over and touch my chest with your tongue, then we can talk about it some more. But until that day comes, I'm going to eat popsicles and shove the sticks that's left over right up Jay's ass.
Shannon Sharp, I do not consent. Turlington asked if I've seen the reveal trailer for Doom, the new one, the Dark Ages. I haven't. I'm gonna get the game when it's available. The cool thing is it's gonna be on Game Pass, so no need to buy if you don't wish.
Buy my.
Did you play Spider-Man yet, bitch?
No, bitch. I haven't.
My God,
that's my plan.
Fucking whore.
That's my plan.
You have until dawn.
Well, if I die, I can just come back again. It'll be fine. There are no stakes.
That's true.
I'm planning to tomorrow. That's how I'm planning on spending my Saturday. To be fair, to be honest with you,
it's a good game.
A nice little
You're
Saturday.
going to love it.
Might go to Bed Bath and Beyond. I don't know.
Oh, Albert Cook said. I said because wrestling is gay. I think you were the one. I noticed. I think I noticed you during the stream. You're like, can we get back to talking about movies because wrestling is gay? I was like, you don't like sweaty men with shirts off rolling around on the mat together? I don't know.
Why is that an insult? It's not an insult. I love gay people. I sleep with them all the time.
Yeah, I think there's nothing wrong with that.
It's fine.
I think that's a masculine thing to do, to admire your friend's body.
I've also been hearing a lot on the internet this week that because we did not give Sinners a 10 out of 10 and say it was the greatest film of all time, we're racist.
Well, to be fair, you did put in the thumbnail a saltine cracker box, so they were no.
You were the one holding it.
Hey, you know what?
So,
I actually don't know what your fucking fever dream was about all these musicians coming back from the past. I didn't say anything about it. I was just like, it was weird. The fact is, they're attacking you, Mike, sir.
Well, I mean, no, I'm the one responding.
But
they're attacking.
I think with that red hat on, Mr. MAGA.
Now listen,
you're really showcasing.
It says the Shuckin' Shack.
No,
all right?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. By the way, we're not political.
But I do not wear this hat backwards places. I will say that because I got some journalists like, what the fuck are people looking at me like this?
I wish to God, dude, now that I know that if that backlash was going to happen like that, because it's just a bunch of pussies coming out of the woodwork to complain about something, I would have totally bought a MAGA hat and wore it during the entire fucking review. I swear to Christ, dude, I would have. Just to be like, just to piss them off further, because that's what's trolling. Yeah. I like to troll, and I like to, when they're that bad off, I want to twist those nipples.
Honestly,
twist them.
And here's the thing: like, we both love the movie. We both gave a high praise.
I gave it like an 8. You gave it an 8.5. I gave it like an 8.0.
Yeah. We both love the movie. And by the way, you won't see any of the comments there because I hit all the users from channel. Because you know what?
Someone's gonna call you
pussy. I am the wizard, and I have the stick. But yeah, no. I got some of the stupidest stuff, dude. People were saying stuff. It was shock me. But apparently, you and I just don't understand the culture. And if we understood the culture, then I guess we would have liked the movie and we would have given it better than we did.
Listen, one of my favorite bands of all time was Run DMC. Don't tell me I don't understand the culture.
Yeah, I have black friends.
No, but seriously, that's such a weak sauce ass argument. That all that does is shut down conversation about anything. Yeah. And literally, it wasn't even about the culture or anything like that. It was about me literally reviewing and talking about a goddamn movie.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
And we liked it.
If you want to look deep into that shit because you have no life and you've never seen a vagina outside of your mothers that you came out of, that's fine. If you want to get that fucking anal about it, but at the end of the day, holy shit, dude, go touch some goddamn grass. Because all we were doing was talking about a fucking movie. Yeah. It was a movie.
Fictional character.
Yeah, this didn't really happen, by the way. It wasn't like we were insulting historical figures.
People were like, you don't understand. This movie saved my life. You don't understand. I went through this. And I'm like, well, okay, well, first off, let's pump the brakes. People went through this and it was awful. You did not go through this, okay? Neither did I. By the way, I'm also not the one that did it. You know what? I'd have said no.
Yeah.
I'd have said, nope, I'm not doing racism like I do every day of my fucking life. And I think you guys, some of you, should start doing it too. Towards all races. We should all not be racist. This is a weird statement.
Mike, Christopher says Mike has black friends.
I have black friends.
Based on that hat color.
I'm talking about you, Chris. Who the fuck do you think I'm talking about? I'm talking about you.
I don't know.
I'm kidding.
It really is one of those things. Well, it's just one of those things that it completely derails a conversation when people start acting like that because you didn't like one aspect of the movie, not because of what it represented. You didn't even know what it. You just like this particular part of the fucking movie. It's not even deeper than that.
See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? That's racism.
No,
right here in front of God and everybody. Just because my dog's white, you're gonna come in here and tell me I can't talk about a fucking movie I paid good goddamn money to see?
I hope you're trolling.
Good goddamn money I paid.
I swear,
give
Sean,
my money back then.
I hope you're trolling.
You don't want me to see it? Give me my fucking money back. Give me that box office back. Take out all the white box office.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like what there should have been.
I'm joking.
There should have been a warning on it. It's like crackers not invited. Like, okay.
If you would have told me that you didn't want me to see the movie, I wouldn't have seen it. But I don't feel like that's what the filmmakers were trying to do.
I don't know. I didn't even know about all this shit going on. I thought that people were going to get mad that the review sucked or something, not because they were like white boys talking about this particular issues pisses me off. Like, holy shit, man.
So someone's like, you're not allowed to speak on it because it wasn't your experience. And I was like, the movie?
Was it yours? Because it happened in 1932 in Mississippi.
I was like, does that make you not able to comment on the review because we're giving our experience?
I don't know, man.
Is that how that works? Because you just gave your opinion on our experience of the movie because we're talking about a movie. We're broken. We're all crazy. We're all fucking crazy.
Hey,
Jay.
by the way, you know what? I just noticed? That monetization is gone.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah, I didn't know we hadn't passed the 10-minute mark yet.
Gone.
Jesus Christ. But either way, hey, it is what it be. Whatever. I thought the movie was good. And based on that alone, it has nothing to do with characters that are black or white. I just like the fucking movie. There were things about it that I didn't understand. And it is what it is. We weren't even commenting on the culture of anything. What the fuck are you talking about? That's like somebody be like, oh, I like this beer. It's really good. They're like, do you know the story behind that beer? And I'm like, no, I was just really good. It's like, did you know that people died to have that beer served? I'm like, I didn't know that. That's crazy. Like that, you're fucking retarded. Get off your fucking high horse, you pieces of shit.
Yeah, it's wild.
You know what that happens? That's like,
really, I think you nailed it.
Yeah, that's like, yeah, that's Twittergate opened up on YouTube. That's what
when you look at a human being and say, don't speak on this because the color of your skin, I'm pretty sure that's fucking racism. Is it not?
I don't know.
If I looked at you and said, hey, don't you ever talk about what's something white people do?
We eat a lot of,
I put you in a box, didn't I?
No, I'm trying to think of like, what's the whitest thing white people do?
It's just
I don't know.
My response was literally like, I'm so sorry that you have hate in your heart for me. I think black people are fucking awesome. Like no one was ever like.
I don't know.
I don't understand. Why do we have to hate each other? Can we just get along? We like the fucking movie.
The day I listen to a cracker like you explain to me about racism is the day that I turn in my American card for liberty. Shut up. No, I don't care. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm not going to get bent out of shape about it because it's just a bunch of fucking weirdos online that just
really shouldn't have brought it
up. It's fine to bring it up because you can all go watch the video. But I'm saying at the end of the day, like, I don't think any of the video, we didn't even say anything inflammatory. Nothing in that video was inflammatory. No. Nothing. Because I said crackers.
We gave criticism about the parts we didn't like. Mainly that there were black people in it. But I don't really understand why anybody had a problem with that. No, I'm just kidding. No,
Freudian slip. No, all I said, I think I remember it was
John was trolling, by the way.
Okay, I knew you were. But it was like one of those things. It's like, there's a lot of cracker talk going on, a lot of cracker checks. Yeah. And I was like, after a while, I was like, I get it. We sucked in 1932. It was a bad day for everyone, and we were the pieces of shit. I understand, but I was just like, I got the point. But then when you talk about certain, like, hey, the music thing, whatever, that's
said I love the fucking music.
But they were like, oh, you don't understand, but you're making fun of it because, he's playing his fucking guitar, and all of a sudden the past and the future are showing up, and it's supposed to show the connection of jazz and all that stuff to the black culture. Okay, cool. I wasn't looking at it like that. Holy fucking shit.
I literally said, in the review, we were like, Ryan Coogler's a great director. Michael B. Jordan's a great actor. Delroy Lindo, fucking amazing. Love the blues music they were doing. Movies, great. All that stuff. 8.5. You didn't give it a 10, you fucking racist. Why do you like it when Quentin Tarantino says the N-word? Why do you like it when Quentin Tarantino says the N-word? I'm like, who the fuck? I said I liked it when Quentin Tarantino said the N-word.
Yeah, Doom Turkey says the 30s are coming again. We must be ready. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
I literally like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood better than I like Django Unchained for the simple fact that it's just fun and we're not dealing with all these really uncomfortable topics.
These losers that were coming on there saying that kind of shit were acting like we're goddamn John Voight in fucking that movie. In that movie where what's it called? The basketball movie when he's the head coach of Kentucky. He's Coach Rupp. And the first black team.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was racist.
No, he was, but they're acting like we're fucking John Voight over here talking about, well, and then black folk coming up here and they think they can do the same as white folks, but
there's
they
just
can't.
People so willy-nilly or like throw around racism. It's like, but
that's why.
Why stop being obsessed with it? I don't care what color your skin is.
It's literally one of those things nowadays where it's like it's just a buzzword that people say to get under people's skin.
Yeah.
I mean, the people that actually experience true racism, I feel bad for you because it's been watered down by so many cocksuckers that don't know any of what the fuck you're talking about, that just shout it from the rooftops when an inconvenience happens to them. And that can happen to anybody. It's not always racist. You can say anything. Hey,
in this case, the inconvenience was me saying I wanted more vampires in a vampire movie.
Yeah, it's just it's a term
what
thrown
the
around.
fuck?
It's like you continuously water down the fucking word, and now you made it. It's a buzzword now. It's no different than every fucking Republican that voted for Trump is a Nazi.
If you go to,
are you fucking kidding me?
No.
You think 70 million people are Nazis,
including him?
Who?
You think he's a Nazi? I don't. That's my friend.
I have white skin, but it don't mean I like Hitler. I don't even like mustachios.
By the way, everything we say is a jest. I mean, like, seriously, like, we're not the channel to come to.
Literally, we brought. I like how we went from. We had about 38 people in here. We're up to about 222 people, and they're walking in on a conversation like we're on Hannity and Combs, and we're talking about race relations in America. And they're like, "What the fuck was this? I thought you were a movie channel." Like, yeah, well, we're talking about Sinners, is why, because we got some negative flack and criticism, unfair criticism, I guess you could say, on our recent upload of our Sinners review on YouTube. You can check that out. And that's what we're discussing. But we're not,
honestly, 99.9% of people just watch the movie review and cool. But there was I got the craziest comments today, and they're all gone because I'm not dealing with this shit. But the craziest comments from that.
Yeah. You know? By the way, there are a lot of people that are like, "Oh, they're hiding my comments. They're pussies. They don't want to engage." I was like, "No.
See, I can literally delete you from our channel, and I will."
There's a difference, though. I don't have to, because it's our channel. We don't have to engage with buffoonery and morons that are going to waste our goddamn time and do circle jerks with each other about logic and why this makes sense and that makes sense. I don't have to. That's what people get so obsessed with this shit on Twitter, on Facebook, or whatever. They're like, they won't leave me alone. I'm being harassed. Block the bitch. There's a block function. You can block the fucking people. They don't have to be involved in your world.
And I don't know if you guys know this, but YouTube, it's probably the only good thing YouTube has ever done. Okay, since the Chocolate Rain video came out. That was what it was, right? Chocolate Rain.
Yeah.
Or there was the one. What was it? Put it in my butt. What was that? What was that song?
Samuel.
Yeah. How's it going?
What in the butt?
What?
Yeah.
In the butt. Literally, the best thing YouTube has ever done is the hide user from channel button. And when someone comes on there and says some awful, racist, terrible shit, hide user from channel. They'll keep talking and they'll keep posting, and no one will ever see it. It's fucking beautiful.
You know what? Here's the thing. At the end of the day, even if they didn't have that function, most people that are common sense will just annihilate them in the comments if they want to get into it with them. And they don't really have any kind of substance argument. They just are squawking to squawk.
Yeah.
They want your attention. They want to be noticed. Notice me, senpai. Notice me. That's what they want. They want to have attention to their little fucking lonely life. And they come out and they say some of the most absurd bullshit that's been said, because they're like, I will throw him and I will control him. And that's what happens when you give into these cocksuckers. You give them exactly what they want. You feed the troll.
And I have a thing about me that I don't know how to shut the fuck up, so I always entertain them. And it's a problem.
Next time, if it's a controversy, let me answer that, because I'm going to do this. When they say something really bad, I'm like, cool. I'm just going to start saying, they're like, hey, you all the most racist motherfuckers since Trump 2016. I'm like, cool. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Or I'm like, nope. Or I'm just going to start. I would respond with no. And then they're going to be like, what you mean, no? Tell me why. I'm like, no. I'm like, and that will, I'm going to troll them. And then they're going to get mad about it, and they're going to leave it alone.
I did that. One of them did that. They were like, they wrote this whole big soliloquy. And at the end of it, it's like, y'all just don't understand the movie because you's white. And I literally responded with, we're white? I can't believe it. Yeah. Someone should have told us that we're white. I had no idea. But anyway, enough of that conversation. It's just, you know. I
want to know how many of them were actually black folk that were saying it, or not just white.
Oh,
saviors.
No, it's probably 90% white people.
Well, yeah, that's the white savior. Probably a middle-aged fat white girl that's in the trailer park that's bad, that nobody wants to fuck their skanky ass pussy, and they're mad about it. And they want to get on the line and go like, I hate racist people. No, for no reason, because they're lonely.
I hate racist people.
They're virtue signaling.
I hate racist people too.
Obviously, you should hate racist people, but I'm saying that they're just going to accuse anybody of being a racist that doesn't like.
You don't hate racist people? I
just said obviously you should hate racists.
So you hate yourself?
Listen, I'm not subscribed to Nick Fuentes or whatever the fuck his name is. Anyway, how are you guys doing tonight?
I'm wearing a red hat.
We're 20 minutes in, and I feel like we've been 2 hours in already.
Hell of a conversation with this hat on. Not that means that, but anyways, yeah. What were you guys talking about? What's going on? What's going on with your lives? Let's find out what's happening to you.
Do we have any show notes? No?
Take a test. JK became a YouTube member. Welcome, JK, to the YouTube
and the JK, declined his membership after hearing
It
the
was over.
conversation.
Yeah.
That quick.
Why did we start the stream that way?
Because you were talking about the
I
bad
didn't mean
comments.
to. I just been wanting to make a
Well,
joke.
I didn't want to like leave
It's
you
your
hanging.
fault.
I didn't want to leave you hanging and be like,
It's
yeah,
your
anyway,
fault.
Mike had a bad day.
Yeah, no, it didn't bother me at all. I worry about the society. Look, ludicrous. Sup? You guys ever hear of Lordy? They made a movie called Dark Floors in 2008, which I highly recommend. You might like it. Who knows? Pass the rice. Pass the rice.
Mm-mm.
I never heard of that shit at all, man.
Dark Floors.
But now it's in all of our minds, and you put it out into the world, so now more people know about it.
Sounds good.
Well fucking done, pal. Well done. Also, Brandon Collett's been a member for a month. Mike, who cheese Harry? What? Who cheese Harry?
I don't know what that means.
You like to see homeboys naked?
What does that mean?
I have no fucking idea.
I don't know.
I don't know. I love you. Thank you. Inky the Alien said, guess who's back? Back again. Inky's back.
Hey, welcome back, Inky.
Tell a friend.
The butt probe has been lonely.
By the way, it looks like we murdered a dog behind us. It's just dead. We're going to eat it later in like a weird satanic ritual.
It's what white folks do.
It's what we eat. Look.
You got to take that goddamn roadkill, and make stew out of it.
Mhm.
That's what you do. You don't leave God's creation
No,
out
you
there.
don't do it. Welcome back, and it's good to see you again.
Lee,
Well, Lee.
Jesus Christ, Lee.
You're too good to us, bro. You're too good to us on a constant fucking basis, and we don't deserve it.
Thank you, man. Dude, you literally almost touched the
I know.
wiener
I
hole.
felt
Yeah,
your
you
dick.
almost
I
did.
actually felt
Holy
your dick.
shit, dude. You get turned on a little bit?
Oh,
No, you
God,
loved
that's
it.
disgusting.
That's just called
What's wrong
sex
with it?
hormones.
What? It smells like old guacamole.
No, that's called you're ready to do it.
It smells like that hot dog you ate at the movie theater.
Dude, that hot dog was good, but it is barking back at my
I'm
intestine.
shocked that you ate a hot dog.
I
at a
had
movie
to.
theater.
I was gonna pass out.
You're not a hot dog in a movie theater.
No,
guy.
but dude, I was gonna pass out. And then April was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go get something." I was like, "What are you gonna get?" And she was like, "I'm gonna get a hot dog." I was like, "Give me one." I was like, "All right."
Then that shit sat on the roller for like 3 days.
No, well, they said, "Give me a minute."
Spit
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
It was fresh.
No, I asked.
Nope, it was fresh.
I said, "How old are those hot dogs?" Because I was there.
"No,
earlier
you're a liar.
before you.
You're a liar."
I said, "How old are those hot dogs?" I'm thinking about enjoying me a hot dog. And then he was like, "Well, first off, those are really old."
Why don't you just enjoy your rally later on?
I got real scared when I saw Thor there because I thought that was my hood from last night's meeting, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
You gotta hide that. You
forgot
gotta
to
hide
clean.
that if you live on the internet.
I forgot to
Now
clean.
you gotta be careful.
Heck yeah, it's Friday. I got my snacks in my soda ready to chill with my boys. Hey, Loomis, behave and stop being mean to Michael and Chalice. Stop being Michael and Chalice.
Oh.
Stupid idiot.
So yeah, that's your goddamn advice for me, Lee. Stop being mad and mean to the psychopath that have killed and murdered multiple titties of babysitters over the years, and a piece of shit that has STDs walking around like a neon sign on his forehead named Dr. Chalice, who's not even a doctor anymore. He's just he's a doctor of shit. Yeah, you're right, Lee. I should stop being mean to them and calling them out. I should just hold hands with them around a campfire and have wieners. That's what we should do. Lee, go get in your monster truck and listen to some more Trapped.
The band Trap.
Back off, take you on. Listen, I bet you listen to that driving down the road, don't you? And you honk at people when they get in front of you. You're like, I take on anything.
I eat hot dogs at
Was that
Cinemark.
was Trapped the only? Was that the only song they had that was like a big
No,
one?
dude. So I'm embarrassed of this. What I'm about to tell you, Lee, and everyone else. Trapped. They did it. That was their big song, Headstrong, right?
Was that their biggest song?
I'll suck you off. Suck off anyone.
Yeah.
That was their big song, but they had several like middle of the road hits after that.
Oh.
And this was in the middle of the butt rock rage.
I see.
And me and my friends, when we were like 16, 17, used to always go to Bogart's and see these shows. So we saw Trap probably 3 times, 3 or 4 times. They played with 3 Days Grace. Smile Empty Soul was really good. They played with bands like that. So I saw Trap. I was a fan. We met him once.
You fucking loser.
I know. I'm not helping my cause. He ain't beating the allegations.
No, dude. He ain't doing it. He tried, though. He tried.
This is before politics ruled the world. I didn't know. But like, no, we saw Trap. I had both the first 3 CDs. I did. I enjoyed them. There's some good songs on there. Stand up. I have had enough.
God,
that's good shit.
I could feel the pussy coming
was
out of your
good
mouth
shit.
when you say that.
But no, like that was we
Sounds
listened
so
to it.
emo.
But we did meet him once, and Cody, Jay's brother, he was like, the guitar player. He's like, dude, you're so badass. I was like, I love your shit. And he was like, I know. I'm like, dude, they were such cunts.
Oh
like
my
when
God.
we met them,
Is
they
this
were
the Wendy's story.
No, that's story of the year.
Oh.
That was my fault. That's not on the story of the year.
That was the worst. I
on-
thought you were talking about something else. That
No.
was totally different.
No, the guys from Trapped, you could tell were douchebags entirely. So all these years later, to find out that like they are like really big douchebags, like in real life, makes total fucking sense.
Are they?
Oh yeah, dude. Like they're like, dude, he's like, I could make a hit out of fucking anything. Like, just like, and like they're playing to like, barbecues at this point. And he's like, we're so big. Like, we're the greatest band ever.
Somebody tell them they're full of shit.
And he's like a super Trumper dude. Like, he went super political.
That doesn't mean that he's a piece of shit.
I know, but like some people hate him for that as well. But he's also a douchebag. So it's like both the
That's
things
weird though.
together.
Like, I swear, like they, like, and again, I mean, I'm stereotyping it, but I would think that generally punk rock anything would not be.
That's not a punk rock band, Jay.
What are you talking about? Yeah, they are.
No, they're fucking. Don't you ever?
They're like emo-ish punk
dude,
rock.
No, they're not. They're butt rock, dude. They're like butt rock.
Oh my god.
They are. They've never been punk at all.
When they came out, they were probably
no,
listed.
they weren't punk rock.
Where did you buy it? When you bought their CD, was it in the punk rock section?
No.
Where was it at?
The rock section.
Where? No one.
Yes, it was.
It was lying.
No one's ever called Trap
It was
a punk
never.
rock
It
band
wasn't.
except for you.
No,
you
it was
white
it,
motherfucker.
Yes.
Except for you.
God made me this way. But at the end of the day, I'm going to ask you a question. When you went to Walmart and you were perusing their fucking CD
Walmart
selection,
doesn't even have a punk
there
rock
was
section.
there was no butt rock section.
No, that was the new phrase. That is true, but it was just rock music.
No, dude.
Nickelback.
Hey, what do you think that Trap was a punk rock
No
band?
one thinks that.
Alternative rock then.
Fine.
Okay.
Not really.
What do you call them then?
Rock. New metal.
They're not new.
They're
No, they're not new metal. New
They're
metal.
metal-esque.
I didn't know this, but apparently Papa Roach is considered new metal,
Papa Roach is a rock band, but
which is new. It's in U metal.
Papa
new
Roach
metal.
was prevalent during the butt rock phase, but they're not. They've lasted generations. Right?
I don't know.
They're the greatest band I've ever seen. Live,
listen,
by the way.
Trap was. They literally had one song that was good, in my opinion.
They
But
had
here's my
Ego song.
But here's the thing.
Echo.
I'm saying that particular genre of music, generally people wouldn't assume that they're like trumpers.
No, I mean, well, I don't,
Five Finger Death Punch. What do you consider them?
fuck, I don't know. I don't listen.
Hard
to
rock, maybe.
shit.
Well, hard rock. Just say they're hard
Shitty
rock.
hard rock.
They're trumpers.
Metal.
They're trumpers.
They're shitty metal.
Or metal. Just metal. Maybe metal could be. I don't know. It's weird. Actually, anybody in the rock and roll industry back in the day, it never would have been. They're supposed to be. I always like when they're non-political.
You're being real headstrong.
No, I'll shut the fuck up. But I'm just saying, like, I just feel like any rock and roll group usually. I mean, well, yeah, but Green Day is like a big like sucking that blue dick all day long and wanting to be not American because they don't like politics the way that it goes their way. But
Albert said, "Come my life into."
I swear, dude, I didn't know. Somebody mentioned, or I was watching a live stream of another YouTuber, and they were talking about Papa Roach, and their chat was going crazy because he was like, "What do you call it? Alternative?" And everyone was like, "New metal. It's new metal, new metal," and it was just scrolling new metal.
They fit in the new metal crowd, sure. Like,
But so Papa Roach is new metal. Who else would be considered new metal? Because they're Linkin Park. Is that new metal?
Papa Roach is, yeah, kind of. Like,
that don't even think.
No, they're kind of like, there's a lot of bands that fit in new metal that weren't pure new metal. Like a band like Edema,
Oh yeah, get inside you.
Yeah, that makes you stay.
The only song. Yeah.
That would be like pure new metal. Like, I don't think there's a lot of bands that are pure new metal. They just like.
But how do you?
They happen to be a rock band in the age of new metal, so they new metal.
But how does one decipher new metal? Like
the Biscuits new metal. That's right.
So anything with rapping and hard rock singing is new metal. Because Papa Roach raps and then sings.
Really, almost any rock music that came out during the age of new metal, you can almost consider new metal, unless it's like Green Day.
I did see a couple of people talking about Papa Roach being hard metal.
Papa Roach never.
Hard rock. No, I was like, when I heard there, I guess there's no category when there's a rapper and a person that does classic like rock singing. Oh, I call it rap rock.
Is Korn? Would you consider Korn new metal?
If the criteria is Papa Roach, it would be there.
My mind is getting.
What about POD?
Turn into a pretzel. POD is just a shitty band.
No, but POD. I'm talking about the genre, bitch. It's new metal, right?
I guess. Yellow Card's not new metal, Chris. I love you. That's crazy talk. New metal is like in that empty apartment.
See, that's what. Here's like, Chris. What about Shelly Beans to say Bloodhound Gang?
That's not fucking new metal.
That's just horny folk.
Yeah, that's just weird white
horny
boy
folk.
rap.
That's horny folk.
It was not always rap, but you know what I mean. Like, I think everyone here needs a
okay,
whole
but
lesson in what new metal.
No.
Is.
Let me ask you a question. The Beastie Boys, are they rap or rock rap?
They're rock rap.
But is that a genre? Rock rap?
No, they're MCs. Like they're hip hop.
But intergalactic. I'm not talking about
Beastie Boys are hip hop. Tribe Called Quest.
You think that Beastie Boys are hip hop?
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Tribe Called Quest. Beastie Boys.
Sleep till.
I also like black rappers. In case anyone's wondering, it's not only white rappers.
Is that hip hop to you? Is No Sleep Till Brooklyn is hip hop?
Yeah,
but I mean,
with the rock edge to
intergalactic hip hop.
Hip hop.
Fight for Your Right.
Hip hop
I don't know.
with a rock edge.
It could be.
Yeah, it's hip
I don't know. I don't get
Run
these
DMC,
genres.
hip hop.
No, that's just rap. That's just rap.
No,
though.
it's hip hop. Run
No,
DMC is hip
not all
hop.
of their shit.
Yeah, it is, man. And they had a rock edge to some of their stuff too.
maybe. I don't know. We talked about genres of music.
Savage Garden is hard death metal, is what Turd says.
That's what it is.
Everybody knows that.
Hey, it's deep.
Chicka Jericho.
Hey, listen, it's deep. It's deep. It's deep. It's deep music. That's what I call a thinking man's music.
You made a good point though. Like I never thought about that.
What?
By the way, the entire time you were mentioning new metal in my head, all I could think for some reason, this is gonna be a niche joke, but like all I could think of those Fleer metal cards that came out back in the day for like basketball, and they had that little like metal like tin foil over top, like Fleer metal, like new metal. That's all I.
Stacey said Beastie Boys are definitely rappers. No, they are rappers.
They're rappers, but
they have like
hip-hop
they have a
rappers.
rock element to them.
Yeah, I would call them hip hop. Not they're rappers, but like I think that's specifically hip hop. Which is rap.
Was there anybody?
I'm confused again.
Here's the thing: has there ever been anything like the Beastie Boys since then?
239 people here watching dads argue about band genres. What did you want? What do you want from me? What do you want from us?
Thank you, Tomo, for calling out how many viewers we currently have. We have 239 folk.
Hey, it's better than.
Hey, it's 6:30 on a Friday.
Friday, every one of those units.
Hey, listen, it might be my fault. I did read that 5 and 6 o'clock was like the prime time to use, to do a live stream because we want some new folks coming in as well as well as you veterans. But
keep on our toes.
I could have been wrong. I could be wrong. Much like the casting director is thinking to themselves when they're like, "Hey, we cast that fucking guy as Lex Luthor in the new Superman movie."
Oh yeah, that guy's terrible. Nicholas Hoult sucks.
I'm not going to
He's
say
gonna
he
be an
sucks.
awful Lex Luthor.
I think Nicholas Hoult is a good background character, and he does a good job with secondary roles.
Yeah, like in the catering.
Yeah, Lex Luthor is not that guy.
No,
he's
no.
too
I
much.
think Nicholas
He's
Holt's
too
fine, but he's not Lex Luthor.
Would you have rather taken Jesse Eisenberg?
Yeah, no. I started to say yes immediately, but then you said Jesse Eisenberg, and I can't sanction that.
I won't allow that.
I won't allow that happen again. Can't have that happen again.
Albert says, "I took today off work." And you're saying with the alligator mouth pointing the other way, which means
is that where work is?
No, he's saying that. Look how he said it.
I think he just had a typo.
Oh, I thought he meant like
there's no reason to get
I'd rather not have taken today off.
You don't have to get your like.
Hey, you know what, Albert? Just calm down, dude. You were mad about the wrestling talk earlier. I'm trying to please all you fuckers.
Oh, yeah, it's only Friday, by the way. I thought it was Saturday.
But still, I mean,
people getting off work, have a beer.
Well, that's why they're saying like 6 o'clock.
If you have alcohol
time,
don't just keep that fight going, and we're proud of you too.
We were going to talk about something else. Like somebody mentioned something. We were like, hey, we'll put that on the roster to talk about during the live stream we did for Predator. By the way, hey, I didn't know this, but is that a chick?
No,
the one with the fade.
No, I read it. What?
Somebody said that chick that it was a chick Predator.
Maybe it's supposed to be a chick Predator, but it's a man actor.
No, I know, but I'm
gender fluid.
Hey, we don't know what's going on.
We don't know.
You can identify as whatever.
Is
supposed to be a girl Predator? Weapons, yeah.
Weapons?
Not weapons. No, not during weapons. No,
just picked a random word. Right.
How about you just stop talking because I'm trying to look at the chat,
Steve?
I'm talking about the Predator movie. Is that?
I never heard that.
You just froze.
My camera died.
Oh, I'm used to the internet going.
My battery died.
I'm used to the internet going out. Clinton says it's a they them Predator. No,
it's the wolf pack.
Oh no, I did see somebody. I was like, oh, it's the first female Predator.
I didn't see that anywhere. I don't know where you're getting your news.
The main thing that we were the main Predator in the movie.
No, I know what you're saying. I'm just saying I didn't see that anywhere.
Well, I mean,
stop looking at comicbookmovie.com.
Albert says the NFL draft ballot is later. Okay. Jay admits he's a Predator. In what way? I'm not shedding sharp over here. I was trying to do BDSM shit with her, bro. God, that was the worst jump scare than Until Dawn.
Yeah, I didn't think very hard about it. I gotta get a drink. Do you need one?
Mm-mm.
Look how tight my butt is.
It doesn't. It looks like a fucking flat pancake.
It's a good butt. Soft butt. I poop out of it.
I know you do. As most of us do. Otherwise, you'd be a conehead. No butthole. Yeah, can you give me another one, sweetheart?
Yeah, I got you.
Thanks. Stacy said Shannon got set up, but you can't feel bad for him. Yeah, that's what Mike actually was telling me a little bit about it before we went live. It does sound like a complete setup, 100%. Based on some of the information that was coming out and what Mike was telling me, it sounds like it was a consensual thing. He was kind of a freak between the sheets, as it were, and he didn't want that to get out and ruin his reputation, and she's blackmailing him for a lot of money. That's what it sounds like to me. I mean, could it be not true? Could he have been a predator? Yeah, probably. I mean, it could be a possibility, but I don't know if it's...
Dude, check this out.
Is that an apple?
It's a kiwi.
An old apple.
It's a kiwi.
I'll eat it.
No, I don't want, but like we have kiwis in our house.
They grow out there on the kiwi tree.
I want you to take a finger and rub it.
Hell no.
No, feel it, dude. Feels like you just shave your balls.
With a shitty razor.
It's like lightly hairy.
If your balls felt like this, dude, you'd be like, oh my God, dude.
No, it feels, well, to be fair, it feels like you just shaved like
your balls are
like
chapped.
a big ape's balls. It's just, why are kiwis slightly hairy?
I don't know.
Why?
It's nature's balls.
Fucking weird, man. That's all I'm saying. Kiwis have a weird...
Jimmy Big Balls is saying she turned down a $10 million segment. I don't think she's lying. Well, man, we're going to find out.
Dude, that looks like a kumquat.
Yeah.
What? Is a kumquat real? That's got to be.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Have you ever seen one?
Yeah. Online.
What do they taste like?
I saw it on a porn site.
Oh.
But no, here's the thing.
I don't know what to do with this kiwi now. I got it out of the fridge to show it to you, and now I don't have a place to put it.
Just put it there.
I just put it in your pocket. Well, kiwi?
Sure.
It's going to be okay, kiwi.
It's going to be fine. I'll put it there and leave it. By the way, if she's lying, it's a possibility, but we'll have to wait. Somebody had mentioned that they were like the chick that accused Shannon Sharpe of what he did.
I'm sorry, I can't take it seriously.
That she
with a kiwi in your shirt.
You know what? Their name is Albert.
Okay.
Albert. The girl turned down $10 million and she's continuing to sue him. Now that could be true that she's telling the truth. So they don't think that they're lying, that they turned down $10 million. So therefore they're not lying. I don't know if that's, I mean, here's the thing. You gotta prove the guilt. And the thing is, based on what Mike was telling me, I haven't looked really deep into it. I mean, there's a lot of people that would turn down that amount of money because didn't she ask for like $50 million or some kind of crazy ass amount?
That's what she's suing him for, is $50 million. I say,
like, what's the difference between 10 and 50? I mean, especially if you've never seen that's that much money, probably not a lot.
I think there's a lot of judgment going into play.
I mean, I'm saying, like, by the way, like, what do you mean there's not a lot of difference between 10 and 50? I'm saying as a normal person that has never seen $10 million, yeah, that's a huge amount of fucking money.
Well, I was thinking that too. It's like how are you ever gonna run? Like, how is 10 million ever not enough? Ever? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like, why would you ever need more than $10 million in your entire life? I don't know, dude. The whole thing's sketchy to me because dude kind of seems like he's being set up. I mean, I'm just the way you look when you read her text to him, and I think it's like it seems like you were in this for the money to begin with, but it seems like you were slow playing Shannon Sharpe over here. Shannon Sharpe, I like him. Okay, I don't follow him a lot, but he seems like he's an okay dude. He's a good commentator. Really, I mean, his podcast is pretty cool. I think he's one of those guys that's a real, like, he kind of reminds me of like a little bit more of a buff Terry Crews with a little bit like, I don't know, something about him kind of reminds me of Terry Crews, and I feel like he was an easy target. He's also a freak and he likes weird shit, but he presents himself as like as a normal stand-up dude. Like weird shit. No, I know, but nobody wants to be like, hey, I like to suck on toes and have my wiener slide through them, and they're like, hey, I don't want that coming out. Hey, to be fair though, I mean, when you are 56 years old and you're sleeping with 20-year-olds, you're playing with fire. Don't do that. You don't have. It's not illegal. They're of age. It's weird. Right. It could give you the ick factor, but it's not like illegal. It could give you the ick factor, and that's all it is. Okay, fine. But not saying the guy should be accused of something he didn't do. But at the end of the day, and he don't even look 56. He's in good. He looked great. He's great. He looks great guy. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I don't know. Could she be lying? Here's the problem. Big man. Even if she finds out, or if it's found out later on that she's lying, nothing's going to happen to her, which is bullshit. In this country, I think it's atrocious that a woman can accuse a man of some of the most heinous shit, like rape or molestation, whatever the fuck they can do. And then the consequences when they're found out they're lying is zero to them. They should get the same amount of fuck. If it turns out sometimes they do. No. Okay. What happened to Amber Heard? Well, I'm not talking. No, did she say? Well, that's different. She didn't say she got raped, but she said she was beaten. Yeah. She was all this shit. Nothing happened. She lost her career. I understand. Well, no, I understand. I'm not saying like there's not always. All I'm saying is that there have been cases where someone got caught lying and went to jail for it. I think the Duke lacrosse players that was accused of rape by that stripper. Mm-hmm. She didn't. Then she came out and said, "I made it all up. Nothing happened to her." Well, and the worst thing these people do when they lie and they do these things for money is that they make it harder for the woman that was actually, that's what I'm saying, assaulted. Like that's the word. That and obviously someone innocent. But yeah, no, I see what you're
saying. It's
a
very, very serious thing to accuse somebody of, and there's not a lot of recourse for a man to take when they're completely innocent. And then when your name is smeared, your name is fucked at that point. You're just fucked. You can't do anything about it. But anyway, at the end of the day, we'll see what
controversial topics in the first 40 minutes.
I like it. You know what? All of a sudden we become fucking CNN. Let's cover today's topics tomorrow. Today.
Last week, tonight, next week, all night. That's what I'll give it to you like. What?
Let's escape into the night. Maybe you guys can come up with better topics for us to talk about.
Cinder Roth says Fireball Friday and Wham in person. Best day.
Oh my God.
Fireball shots, buddy.
Hey, didn't you just have a huge bad hangover from that Cinder Roth? Be careful, son.
Let's not be judgy.
Be careful, son.
Don't fucking finger fuck.
You're gonna become a fucking Batman villain if you keep it up. You better cop down.
JK says, since you brought up WWE, Aleister Black returns tonight, though. I don't know who that is. Do you know who that is? Look him up real quick. How badass he looks. Also, Halloween Resurrection's better than Halloween Ends. I disagree with that. I disagree with that.
Very controversial, JK.
Very much with that. See, one of them is a good film that was at the wrong time, and the other one was just a bad fucking film that was never had a right time.
Busta Rhymes literally kung fu'd him in the garage.
Yeah.
Again, don't get worried. Corey was an awful character, and he did fuck up Michael Myers in the sewer, which was terrible. But it's not Busta Rhymes kung fuing him and making him look like a fool.
This is Aleister Black. He's white.
I don't want to talk about him.
That's a I get what you're saying about him looking cool.
Hey, dude, look,
we're giving a terrible representation.
Right here. Go back to, look.
He does not, in fact.
That was me waiting on my movie theater wiener. Let me have. I want to drink. I want to eat.
Yeah.
I don't know who Aleister Black is.
Hell yeah, though, man. Hell yeah, JK. Hell yeah. Christopher Sampson, fly me to the moon like that bitch Alex Crampston. Hello, guys. How the hell are you dudes? What if the A24 Friday series opens with Jason killing some campers, but he takes time to reflect on his mother's life? This would be a wonderful flashback, and then Jason can show. At the end, he's just like,
yeah, she was a good mama, but now she's dead. Be continue kill. I would be fine with that. You know what? They kind of did that with the 2009 Friday the 13th. They gave a brief moment at the very beginning. When he's back at Jason, there is a flashback, I think, where she's like yelling or something. The mom.
Yeah.
It's like
in 2009.
Yeah, 2000. Yeah. It's like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that. And listen, moving forward, I think the only way, nobody, I know some people are like, no, that's not true, but nobody wants to watch Pamela Voorhees Friday the 13th for 8 episodes. They don't. They're gonna want to see Jason. They want to get through that whole fucking scenario with Pamela Voorhees as quickly as they can. If they did what you're asking, what you're suggesting, that would be perfect. That would be the best way to get people hooked on the show.
I totally agree. And since they cast Linda Cardellini as Pamela Voorhees, young Pamela Voorhees, we know she's going to be a mainstay. She was the first person officially cast. And she's younger looking. So we're definitely going to get a prequel in somewhat. But like you said, either that or just at the very least, if you want to tell Pamela's story, tell Pamela's story, but just 20 minutes into the first episode, more like 10. Just flash forward to current time. Show Jason killing some campers.
Mm-hmm.
Give us the fucking goods, man. Give us like 15 minutes of Jason killing campers, and then go back to your story. Bounce back and forth between that story, like Chris is talking about, and the present day. Yep. And I think you got yourself a winner. Yep. You want Jason in the costume murdering people.
Yep, I agree.
Like Shannon Sharp murders that ass. Actually,
that butthole is not safe.
You don't want that. Love you, Chris. You're the fucking best, dude. We really watched a movie. Thank you, buddy. And by the way, that's a new YouTube channel. You guys should go subscribe. Go give that man some subscriptions.
Is it We Really Watched a Movie?
We really watched a movie. Yeah. I was your hey man, I was your third subscriber. I was his third subscriber.
Yeah, he's like, well, we really did it.
We did.
Unlike these cocksuckers.
Gary said, "What's up, you crackers?
What's up?"
We don't call each other that here. Okay.
Uncle Cracker, call me that.
What is there a difference between using a C or a K when you say it?
Yeah, it's a K. It's a cracker.
So if I say C, it's not offensive?
Well, if you say, hey, what's up, cracker? Like, where's the saltines?
What's up, crackers with a C?
It's a K.
Oh.
You got to use it if you're going to be insulting.
Well, I've never been insulted by it, to be fair.
From
JK says, from Dustin on
100%. It's better than Sinners, without a doubt.
I like it better, personally.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I do. And if you say that you don't, then you hate Latinos, because Selma Hayek was fucking awesome in that.
Woo!
How about that?
Hot.
That's kind of how the world's treating the sinners situation, which is totally unfair.
You missed like 3 of them.
No, I didn't. You did.
No, it's Chris.
Shush.
Right there.
Christopher Thompson, Jay. The draft is for our Giants. For our Giants is legit. Abdul Carter and Jackson Dart. Mike, how'd your Packers do? Go Yankees. You're all over the fucking board with that one, Chris. I love it.
Yeah, Mike was telling me we got a new quarterback.
Yeah, I have to tell him what his team's doing.
Hey, it's fine. Why don't you just not throw me? What are you, an
You
ex-wife?
probably love what the.
What are you, an ex-wife?
He's wearing Eagles colors on the night the Giants are drafting. He's wearing fucking Eagles
And
colors.
he's wearing Redskins colors on his fucking hat. What about a fucking fake bat is this?
They're not red.
What is it?
They're also not the Redskins anymore.
I don't give a shit.
They
all
dare you?
They're going to be the Redskins.
How dare you?
Shut the fuck up
You
with that commander talk.
motherfucker. You
Hey,
know what?
the
This
native
deserves to go on your fucking head.
it looks better on me anyway.
You look like Christmas.
Hey, I'm fine with that. You guys ready?
If you, by the way, if you take a black light to this, it just says MAGA across. I don't know if
Your-
anybody knows
your
that.
fucking
That's
head
the
is
truth, though.
huge. It's huge, full of that bullshit.
So was my dick head.
It's no, that's not full. That's
How
just
about that?
That's goddamn disease.
Get my hat back. My hair looks stupid.
No, I did hear about that, but as far as his Packers go, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, by the way, your Giants, and dude, this is crazy because Barstool was filming some drunk dude at the draft's happening in Green Bay. And in Green Bay, people get fucking drunk. That's
Yeah.
what you do in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
I know. I
So-
watch body cam footage. They're like, this is 6 DUI.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
What?
People in Wisconsin do not fuck around. That's why the draft's been so fun. But so what happened? Barstool was filming this dude wearing a Giants jersey, just drinking a tall boy, and he was drunk as shit. And he was like, "Let me tell you what the Giants are gonna do." He's like, "They're gonna draft Abdul Carter with the 3rd pick." And he's like, and then they're going to trade their 3rd round pick to trade back into the bottom of the 1st round, and they're going to draft Jackson Dart. And that's exactly what they fucking did. And they saw the dude because it was like late in the draft. It was like 3 hours later, and he was still drinking and he was still awake.
Yeah.
And he was walking around, dude. He was so drunk. When they did what he said, he's like celebrating with his friends. He started going, "Dart in the neck, Dart in the neck, Jackson Dart."
That sounds badass.
Dart in that. And then he goes, "Let's go home." At the end of it, he goes, "No, let's go home," because dude was drunk before the draft started. And then, but anyway, yeah, they had a great 1st round. You should be.
What's your Packers
You
doing?
should really have Packers even better. Packers drafted a fucking wide receiver, Mr. Golden, who's the fastest receiver in the draft, 2nd fastest dude in the draft, 1st receiver drafted by the Packers in 23 years in the 1st round.
Nice.
I'm fucking stoked and I can't wait. I'm very excited. Love you, Chris. Strolling Nolan says, "What's wrong with circle jerking?"
Nothing. If you're a fucking Native American, like tripping on peyote, fucking jerking it around a fucking campfire.
First the Redskin comments and now this.
I don't give a fuck, dude. The Native Americans want the Redskins name back. Shut the fuck up. It was literally honoring their chief like that. It was an honor to have that.
Yeah.
It was a
Roman
small.
Reigns.
Yeah, that's fucking Hawaii.
Have a seat at the table.
I will. Put your beads in front of me. No, but I mean that.
I agree, though. I agree.
There's nothing wrong with circle jerking if you're
Let
into
them be
that.
the
Whatever.
fucking Redskins.
No, but here's the thing: the Redskins. Wasn't there just like a movement by Native Americans themselves to get that name back?
They're like, yeah, we thought it was fucking cool.
Yeah, because the whole idea behind the name of Redskins was it was honoring the past. It was honoring their ancestors. It wasn't any kind of like disparaging representation of that particular culture. It's insane.
So I could throw a pigskin a quarter mile.
Throw that fucking pigskin.
You think I could throw this over the mountains there? Oh shit. Yeah, dude. I agree.
But here's the thing: you couldn't have come up with a better goddamn name than the Commanders. That sounds awful.
It was the Defenders, I think.
Oh my god!
It
It sounds like some.
No, it was Washington football team.
That sounds like a fucking made-up fleet group in Star Trek Online. We're the Commanders.
They were so afraid to offend anyone. Like, we're the Bear. You're like, no, Bears don't want that. We don't want that.
Just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Did they get rid of the Atlanta Braves? Nope. But there was a push for that to be taken down.
Yeah, when the Braves won,
the Cleveland Indians,
dude,
that was another one.
When the Braves won the fucking World Series, all right? Because the crowd, they've been doing it for years. They do the
tomahawk thing.
And there was all these articles from CNN and everybody like, it needs to stop.
Yeah.
And it's always some white
What
dude.
needs to stop is the bleeding from your anus. Holy shit.
But by the way, circle jerking is disgusting. But you know what's even more disgusting? Do you know where the band Limp Bizkit got their name?
Over a biscuit?
Nope, not the kind of biscuit you're thinking.
What happened?
Limp Bizkit's a game they play in England, you sick fucking Englishman, where they stand around in a circle and they jerk off and they all come on a biscuit. And the last person, the last person to finish has to eat the biscuit.
That's the nastiest shit I've ever heard in my life.
That's why they call it.
Like, how fucking drunk do you have to be to come up with that game?
Yeah, that's a game.
And then people have to like
everyone who lives in Britain plays it.
Well,
church.
It's no wonder you lost the American Revolution. You bunch of weird limp biscuits.
That's true. Look it up. It's in the Geneva Convention.
Oh my God. It's gross.
I'm kidding. Nighttime says, Charles, have you been in my damn house? There's a hole in my bathroom wall, and my wife is walking funny. And Loomis, don't say a word.
I won't. Your wife you're a cock. Idiot nighttime.
Well, probably. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to level with you. Probably. It was probably me. And the hole in your bathroom wall actually wasn't a sexual in nature situation. I was actually.
Why do you sound Southern, Matthew McConaughey? Shut up.
Because
you're losing it.
Shut up, Woody Harrelson.
You're going down there deeper.
I know. I can't help it. It's slipping out of me. Chalice went to a dude ranch, got fucked by a bunch of cowboys. Now he's a little Southern. You're gonna have to deal.
I went to the Bunny Ranch in Vegas.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to take it in. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Not Nick Mattis. He's handsome. Look at him.
Oh yeah,
I like to play Limp Bizkit with him.
He looks like Hugh Jackman's nephew.
Listening to this while driving the Alabama rain with the windshield whippers. You got to learn to spell wipers, bro. With windshield whippers that broke on the way home was a unique way to spend 10 minutes. Love you.
Hey,
Love
thank
you,
you, man.
pal.
Hope you were safe and not just breaking laws as you were driving through the rainy storm.
You could tell he was being safe because he didn't use the space.
He used whippers.
And he didn't use the space.
Whippers are, if you guys don't know, you ain't from the South. Whippers are better than wipers.
By the way, it is shitty here too. Fucking straight butt rain all goddamn day long.
Ass juice from the heavens.
Trash biscuit. Shit. Fuck. Gary, thank you, buddy. Gary, thank you. He said, I heard if you say cracker with an A and not with a hard R, it's a greeting, not a slur. We know we're not going to touch that one, Jay.
I'm not.
Nope.
I'm done with the fucking cracker conversation.
We're going to walk away from that. We're going to walk away from that, Gary. Jay Brooks said, what do y'all say to restarting Halloween with the Halloween 3 reboot? No!
I think that's an awful idea, man. To be fair.
Sorry.
I'm not trying to be mean to you, Jay, but like the fact that you can't restart the entire franchise with a movie that's not even based on Michael Myers. Like, it would be awful. Nobody would care about that. Like, it's a decent movie. Halloween 3 is a decent movie left alone as an independent flick. But when people are going to go to the theater and see Halloween, you got to reboot it with Michael Myers, like in some way or another. So people will be like, no, we don't like that.
I'm firmly against I'm firmly against turning the Halloween into an anthology situation because then it's just not Halloween.
By the way, I was going to tell you, speaking of Halloween, I didn't know this, dude, but did you ever watch the interview with John Carpenter talking about Halloween 2? About how he felt about it?
Yeah, he did not like it.
Have you ever seen James Whalen Bake Sale on YouTube? Where he compiles a bunch of different directors talking about movies. Anyway, he was on there and he was talking about Halloween 2, basically saying it was garbage. He's like, I wrote the movie. He said
with a 6-pack.
Well, he was like, the powers that be wanted. They said they saw a sequel potential after Halloween 1. He goes, I didn't want a sequel, but they saw the potential for it. And he's like, I wrote a really bad script that was made into a movie. And he's like, I don't blame the guy that directed it because he's like, I also used it as an opportunity to give back to an up and coming director to make some movies.
Rick Rosenthal.
Yeah, and he's like, I think, and why he actually says that because I think he's done some more movies beyond Halloween 2.
Yeah, he did Halloween 8.
Well, I think he was like saying, I just wanted to give an opportunity for other directors that were in my shoes with a limited budget to do something cool.
I get that.
But he's like, I wish I never wrote it. He's like, I think it sucks. Now, here's the thing about Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2. I just feel like it's part 2 of Halloween 1. It's not like he.
I think it's fine.
I think it's a good movie.
Yeah.
I think if you look at Halloween 2 as there's Halloween 1978 and then Halloween 2. If you look, it's part 2 of 1978.
Yeah, it just feels like an extension.
Yeah. So if Halloween 1, 1978 was like 3 hours long, then you'd have the whole movie. You know what I mean?
So, and also, Carpenter directed part of that movie too. No, he did. Like, so when Rick Rosenthal originally directed it, Carpenter watched it and hated it. And he said, there's not enough death in this. There's not enough whatever. So John Carpenter went and shot.
Well, he didn't mention it.
Oh yeah, not there. But like he went back and he shot like several of the gory death scenes and whatever. And he directed part of that movie and reformatted the entire thing because he was unhappy with what Rosenthal did.
Well, what was interesting about the interview was that, and again, these were several interviews that were clipped for this particular YouTube channel. But by the way, I suggest you check it out because it's kind of cool. They've got a lot of directors that talk about a lot of different things on there. But he was talking about, he was saying that he understood it was for a check. And I was like, well, not much has changed because you said the same thing about remake.
That's still old John.
Yeah. And I get it, though. At the end of the day, but here's my thing for John Carpenter. And I love John Carpenter. Don't get me wrong. I think he's better than Wes Craven. Okay. I will say it.
You shut your fucking mouth.
He's 100% better. But
damn it.
But here's the thing about John Carpenter. If you didn't want a sequel to be made for Halloween, why the fuck did you end the movie in the way that he gets up and is gone and he's breathing?
I get that, actually.
No. So, okay. And I totally get it. If you're like, hey, man, I don't want to make a sequel. Wes Craven's Nightmare on Elm Street didn't want to make a sequel. The whole point of that movie is like, I don't believe in you. I take all the power away, which was dumb. And then Freddy Krueger disappears after killing the mother.
Yeah. And
that was the end of the movie. And then, what's his name? Bob Shea was like, no, we want to make more movies.
More like Bob Gay.
Yeah, and then he had that. He had oh shit!
Ow!
He had that
whole, fucking hurts.
He had that whole sequence at the end of Nightmare 1 where Freddy pulls the mom through the window of the door, and the car has that convertible top that, you know, whatever. But that was all wrote in well after Wes Craven's original story. But with John Carpenter, and maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think John Carpenter had the movie ending, right? Where Loomis shoots Michael, he falls off the balcony, he's on the ground, and then looks over and he's gone. And the end of the movie pulls back with Michael breathing in the mask, right? So if he didn't want any possibility of a sequel to that, why did he do that?
I have an answer for you.
No, I'm saying, holy shit.
What did you do that for?
Jesus Christ, you buffoon!
I knocked over my guitar.
No, maybe it was like, I'm going to leave it up in the air. Maybe it's scarier for the idea that maybe the stalker's still out there.
The whole reason for that ending was they're panning around to the different, like Michael's gone from the grassy knoll, right? And then you pan around to the different places in the house, and you hear him breathing. And you hear him breathing. And the whole idea is he could be anywhere. He could be in your living room. He could be anywhere. We don't know who this guy is, what he did, and he could literally be anyone, anywhere right now. That's scary.
I know, I get it, but I'm saying if John Carpenter didn't expect any kind of sequels to this movie, or even open it up, or want to have any type of possibility of someone coming in later on and picking up the pieces and saying, you left this open-ended ending, why did you do that? He could just be dead after Loomis shot him, because he was just a serial killer that got killed. And that would be the end of the movie.
No, I know he definitely could have figured out a way to do that. But
somebody said,
but you got to remember, he didn't think it was going to be a hit. He thought it was going to suck.
No, I know, but I'm saying, but why did you? But anyway, somebody actually said an ominous ending. I get that he was going for the ominous ending, but you don't have to show where he got shot that many times and he got a fucking clothes hanger through his eyeball and stabbed, and he's like still okay, like that. You just don't. I mean. So anyway,
I fight for me.
But apparently, John Carpenter hates the sequel. Like he hates the fucking sequel.
Yeah, no, he does. Tarlington, greatest name on YouTube, says woo-wee, home slices. I had a hot burning dookie that made me instantly take off my clothes, jump in the shower, and use the detachable shower head to cool off my wrecked, because it's wrecked.
Yep.
That was smart. That was cute. That damn near killed him.
You just described what it's like going into the prison system as a fish. You know, one of them folk that committed a crime, didn't think they'd get caught, and then they got caught. Now they got an Andy Dufresne their whole life in that prison system. Your butthole's going to be made spaghetti by the inmates in there, and you might as well get rid of the burning sensation by using some water on that butthole. But good to know that you're good. You're doing well there, turd. And take care of your buttholes.
What is my hair doing? What's wrong with my hair?
I don't know, dude. Like I'm literally at the point now where I just want to shave it off. I don't give a fuck.
Your head?
Yeah, I'm gonna shave my head off.
It? Can we do it on a live stream?
I will. No, honest to God.
Look at yourself. Just look right now. Don't look at me. I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna mess up your hair. But look up. Pick your head up. No, don't look up. Just pick your head up. That's what you're going to look like.
No, not like bald, idiot.
Oh, well, what do you mean?
Like shaved. Just shave my head.
Bald. Like there's
not like bald. I'm not going to be goddamn Lex Luthor. I'm not trying to go
Jason Statham.
I'm not doing that either.
I'm the beekeeper.
If I can ball his fucking abs for 5 minutes, I'd do it.
I'm the beekeeper.
No, I would. No, I'm just not shaving my head.
That's going to make you bald.
Buzz cut, bitch.
What? I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Sure.
Okay, I'll shave yours.
I don't want to.
Okay. Then stop complaining.
I'm not complaining.
Stop whining.
No one's complaining. Love you, turd. Deshaun Clowney. Thank God it's not Deshaun Watson. And we're not in a massage table right now.
Uh-oh.
Getting. He
Deep
said,
cuts.
"I like Busta Rhymes. Maybe it's a black thing, but I don't like what. But I don't like it because I don't like it because of the Romeo and Juliet storyline. I think that was the weirdest thing.
What
ever.
are you
talking about? Halloween 8?
I don't get that. Deshaun.
I think you're talking about Halloween 8.
You don't like the Romeo and Juliet storyline. So you're talking about the characters that
Striker or whatever the fuck that guy called himself.
Yeah, it's like, listen, it's not even the fact that the story is garbage or Busta Rhymes was bad in that movie. It's not even that. I don't know where it's a black thing or not. It's just a bad movie. It's a terrible. It's the Batman and Robin equivalent of Halloween movies.
I like Busta Rhymes just fine. I just don't like Busta Rhymes in a Halloween movie punking out Michael Myers.
And he's also not an actor. And you can clearly see he's not an actor.
Yeah. That's the only thing. Like nothing against Busta Rhymes. Got you all. Gary says, because she's younger, and I hope Pamela Voorhees gets a pounding, and I never thought I would hear
Jesus Christ, Gary, you're horny, sir. Go out and rub one out. Holy fuck.
Elias is gonna come in there and be like, go on in the back, I'm gonna fuck you.
She is,
and that's how episode.
But you're right, that chick they cast is hot as fuck.
Linda Carlini. Making me some spaghetti.
I think she's hotter. Like in Scooby Doo as Velma, she's way hotter.
Is that her?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
She's way hotter than Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh. Hey Drake, I heard you like them young.
What? She's not young.
I know. I'm just you. So I meant to say like you like the librarian.
I know. He's like, I'm gonna have to have a Shannon Sharp fucking PR team.
Hey Shannon, I heard you.
No,
like
but
young.
I don't know, Gary. Like if we have, I'm sure she'll get fucked at some point.
Gary's just taking a big old hit off a spliff, and he's like, "Hey man,
I feel like Gary's like eating a Slim Jim right now, snapping into it."
Linda, you ever want to see Pamela Voorhees get railed?
I mean, I that wasn't on my bingo card tonight, but
it could happen.
Sure,
it could happen. It is 8:24, right? So, where are we here? Tyler McInturf says, "Thank you, buddy." He says the producers released a description of the new Predator today, and it's the run to the pack in the mail. It's a mail.
Okay, there you go.
It's a mail. Okay, because we hate women.
Yeah, I don't want a woman leading the Predator franchise. I just don't. I don't.
Like, I obviously don't actually care, but no, I did hear that he's the runt of the pack and he's trying to prove himself. So that's.
I thought it looked male, but cool. I was like, how would you tell?
You'd have to taste it.
He's like, what's your vagina taste like?
The stone. I was just read that. That's what happened. That's how I got myself confused. I totally skipped you. My bad. Turd said, question, ice cream truck passing by your street. What are you getting? My fat ass is definitely getting a Ninja Turtle with a gumball. Dude, that was my answer. And because we live in a shitty time, they don't usually have the Ninja Turtles with the gumball eyes anymore, but they do have SpongeBob, and it's the same exact situation. He has the gumball eyes.
I like the snow cone.
Snow cones are fucking great, dude. That's a great choice.
I mean, it's like how retarded are children. It's just a cup of ice with like food coloring, but it's still goddamn good to me.
Yeah. But also, it's what else is great is the you can get them anytime, but the strawberry shortcake things that had like the like the chunks on them.
Dude, you remember the baseball glove with the gum in the middle?
Yeah,
dude, that was fucking
tight.
You knew when you walked around the neighborhood with that, like that guy rich. Like it was the baseball glove ice cream, and in the middle, the baseball was like gum.
Yeah, that's how you knew. Like you were rich. Either that, or like if you had a basketball goal with a glass backboard, like, oh shit,
like that guy,
he's got money.
That was a $3 ice cream.
Jack Plays 95 says, "Can't stay long, boys. Still at work. Did you hear Lincoln Park? Did you hear Lar Park and Lincoln from Friday the 13th Part 7 has passed away? We did. We talked about that at the beginning of the stream.
We did.
Super unfortunate and sad, man. That sucks. But have a good night at work, nonetheless." Courtney Reed has gifted someone.
Hey, man. Thank you.
Membership of WOM.
Thank Courtney. If you see him, he's still here.
He's the fucking man. Deshaun says, Michael Myers isn't a sound bite. He's a kill shock. It's a baggy ass overall.
Oh, my God.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, that was so bad. But again, the whole movie was bad, too. It wasn't just Busta.
Trick or treat, motherfucker. Kill.
JK. Halloween 2 is part 2 of Halloween 1. Yeah, no shit, Jay. Oh, he's talking shit.
Hey, JK, why don't you just go back and like unsubscribe?
What did you, JK Rowling? So you hate trans people? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, what? I didn't know I was going to open up my the chats to like this kind of like buffoonery with you, JK. And you didn't even say it right. You were like, "Yee, no shit, Jay. What are you from the fucking Middle Ages?" Yee, no shit, Jay. Thou dost not know thou art uninformed.
Eduardo Guerrero. R.I.P. Lar Park Lincoln for Friday the 13th New Blood. Yeah, man.
That's my favorite one. New Blood's my favorite.
Yeah, and she was great in it. And we talked about that again. We talked about it a little bit earlier in the screen, but that's sad as hell. Courtney Reed says, Mike, they passed you off on Twitter saying
pissed you off
on Twitter. Saying, Wes, I like to be passed off in the shower.
Passed over.
Large black man.
It is what.
It's really what I look forward to on my Saturday nights. Mike, they kind of pissed you off on Twitter saying Wes had nothing to do with the creation of Ghostface. Yeah, dude. These fucking pieces of shit.
No.
These actually nerdy motherfucks. All right. This shit gets on my nerves worse than fucking anything. All right. Living a life on the internet, living a job on the internet. This fucking gets under my skin tits. Okay. All I fucking did, which we're going to ask a question of you guys here in a second. They were talking about horror Mount Rushmore, right? This guy posted his horror Mount Rushmore, which was Michael.
Oh, that's what we're going to get. We're going to get the horror Mount Rushmore. Yeah.
It was Michael. It was Jason. It was Freddy, obviously. And those are the three.
The biggins.
It's the fourth one that comes into question. And he had Ghostface. I agree with that. I know you do too.
No.
I agree with that. It's Ghostface. And all I did was, I also added I was like, it's crazy to think that. I was like, this is correct. But it's also crazy to think that Wes Craven created two of the characters on the horror Mount Rushmore. And a couple motherfuckers, because there's always a couple motherfuckers. Actually, Kevin Williamson created Ghostface, not Wes Craven.
Well, no, I will say Kevin Williamson wrote a script of the character and the movie Scream, but then Wes Craven came in and sprinkled his dick magic on it and made it what it is. And that's why people remember it.
Dude,
it's not because Kevin Williamson. Listen, I'm not taking nothing from him. He is the guy that came up with the idea. He is the guy that created the entire thing. But you have to have magic like Wes Craven. It's a combo thing. It's not like one or the other. But Wes Craven made it what it is.
I've read the fucking first script for Scream. It was called Scary Movie, right? I read that fucking thing. And in that, and I'm paraphrasing, it's been a long time. Even in the script, it was kind of like he has a ghost face, like a ghost-ish mask on, right? And obviously, you can't explain what the voice is going to sound like over the phone. Like a lot of that stuff, what Kevin Williamson did was left up for interpretation.
Yeah.
And the way I explain it is that Kevin Williamson built the base of the fucking snowman, and then him and Wes Craven together. They along with their production team, they found the perfect mask. There was a lot of masks that they were looking at. They created the mask. They found the right mask, which is one of the most iconic things about Ghostface, right? His look, just like Michael Myers' mask is. And then they brought in Roger Jackson and assimilated and figured out that voice. So to be like, Wes Craven didn't create, like he had just as much hand in as Kevin Williamson.
It's a collaborative effort, obviously, but I mean, but Wes Craven's the one that actually. Without his name attached to it and his directing skill and his storytelling, by the way, it's not because it was not a one-to-one direct adaptation from the was it the novel or whatever that he wrote?
No, it's a screenplay.
But it's not a one-to-one. It never is. Usually it's not. Like, I mean, Wes Craven can also, he probably
change things.
He changes things.
Yeah.
As a director, which you would trust him to be able to do. Like, without him, the movie is not going to be remembered at all.
And the two main things about Ghostface are his look and his voice. And neither of those two things were in the fucking script.
Yeah.
So, like, people get on my fucking.
Well, here's the thing.
I'd be like, it's sunny out. And they'd be like, but is the sun?
The Shining.
Or is it just gas?
If you look at The Shining, right? Stephen King wrote an amazing novel. It's not the same thing. I understand. It wasn't a script, but it was a novel. It did very well. People loved The Shining when it came out. It was a huge success. It was #1 New York Times bestseller. Obviously, it was good. It was big. Everybody knew about it. But then you have Stanley Kubrick coming in, and Stanley Kubrick comes in and makes it, the masterpiece that it became with Jack Nicholson. Without his vision and his understanding of what he wanted to do, that movie never would have been what it was without Stanley Kubrick at the helm.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's insane. So let's have that conversation now. Thank you for bringing that up, Courtney. Let's have a conversation now. All right.
Well, I have to go pee.
Okay. So you do that. I gotta get a drink.
So put music on.
I'll blow you real quick.
Put music on.
No one's looking. But no, we're gonna give horror Mount Rushmores in a second. And I think we should only give our top 4 because I think a whole live stream is what we should do because I want to do 4 fucking top, your fucking top Mount Rushmore, and then your second Mount Rushmore, and then third, maybe even 4th and 5th tiers as well. Because I think it gets real interesting when you can only include 4 in there. That's what makes it such an interesting conversation. Does anyone here, though, just to set up that live stream, maybe that'll be the next live stream we do, just to set that up, though, is there anyone here who has any issue whatsoever with the top 3 slots not going to Michael, Jason, and Freddie? Does anybody have an argument for that? I feel like that's just automatic. It's automatic. That's what I think. I mean, to me, I know the 4th one's the big one, but the top 3 are like, we all agree, Michael, Jason, Freddie, right? I seen some motherfucker the other day was like, actually, I think Nightmare on Elm Street sucks, so Chucky should be in there. And I'm like, shut up. Fucking Chucky over Nightmare on Elm Street. Are you cocking me? People just say anything. Shameless on the internet. They're fucking crazy. No, that's not in order. Just in general, like Michael, Jason, Freddie. Like I think that's got to be the top 3. I haven't seen that one. Mind the Gap. Xenomorph. You're gonna put a Xenomorph over Ghostface though. Like literally, like shut the fuck up. I'm just kidding. I disagree with you. Fucking fully. The 4th spot is where the shit comes in, right? Is it fucking Pinhead? Is it Leatherface? Is it Ghostface? Is it Chucky? No. Is it, Turd said Leprechaun. I'm of the opinion that it has to be Ghostface. And I'll explain why when Jay comes back. But yeah, that's my take. But again, not in order. Not in order. At all. Are you guys going to see the movies this week? You guys going to go see Until Dawn? You're going to go see The Accountant Dude? You're going to go see next week? You're going to go see Thunderbolts?
I am.
It's a good time for movies. There's a lot of good shit coming out. I mean, Under Dawn suck.
Under Dawn.
Shut up. You know what I meant to say.
Under Dawn
Lick my buns.
is the sequel that no one asked for. But yeah, despite the movie not being great, I had a decent time watching it. I had a hot dog. That's really what the event was all about, was that I had a hot dog for the first time in the movie theater. But yeah, it wasn't. I know that fans of the game really fucking hate it. They actually despised the movie overall, but it was all right. It's a forgettable movie, but decent enough for a popcorn horror movie. And next week comes out Thunderbolts. I am gonna watch it. The more I've seen of it, I'm kind of hopeful. Maybe I put my hope in the wrong place, Charles, but I want to see. Could be good. Could be a black sheep of the MCU as it was. And then after that, you got Superman coming out in July. And then you have Final Destination. I don't remember when that comes out. And I don't know if Mike had mentioned this to you guys or not. Mission Impossible. I think we actually mentioned it last week or something. Mission Impossible, Final Reckoning comes out. And I plan on doing Mission Impossible 3, 4, 5, and 6 on a Patreon live stream. Not a live stream, a Patreon review. I'm going to do all 4 of those movies. I've never seen them. And that'll be cool. But I'm going to wait until that. I think that movie comes out in June, if I'm not mistaken. But good times.
I feel terrible sleeping.
You mean a Dark Horse? Oh, yeah. That's what I said. If I didn't say that, I don't know. A White Horse. I didn't say that. Do one of them in a live stream? No, we're not. Like, I don't want to do a live stream Patreon review of them. It'll just be, God, that wiener smells like disease and HIV. I don't want to do a live stream of that on Patreon because, I mean, I'm only going to do like what I plan on doing was like 3 and 4, which, by the way, I think I've seen 4. Ghost Protocol, because we used to use that as a code word in karaoke when I was single.
Man, but you still got to watch
it. But I don't remember it.
When you're going back through, you still got to
I know, because I don't remember it. So it's going to be in blocks. It's going to be like, I'm going to review 3 and 4 on Patreon and then 5 and 6 on Patreon. So, but a live stream is not going to work. I won't do a live stream, but it'll be like, it'll be like a 15-minute review.
I'm excited for it. I'm just excited for you to get into that franchise because it's so good.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, dude.
You're having a great time.
Mike and my brother was telling me, like, after,
my hat.
Which, by the way, I don't agree with. I think you both think Mission Impossible 2 sucked. I like Mission Impossible 2. But they were like, after that, the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th are all good. They're all good.
Yeah, no, I enjoy them all. Like I enjoy two. It's my least favorite, but I even enjoy two. Okay, so Mount Rushmore. Mine is Michael, Jason, Freddy, Ghostface.
Solid.
The reason Ghostface is the fourth spot, which I feel like is the only arguable
Sip!
that is because it's just like, dude, who else you gonna put in there? Like, all right, Pinhead, I understand a little bit, but also like, dude, it's been direct to fucking TV for so long.
Pinhead's like the Scottie Pippen of the horror world. Like he's a great backup guy. Yeah. He's the guy that you pass the ball to.
Yeah. The only argument I see personally versus Ghostface for the fourth spot is fuck not that.
I know.
The only argument I see is Leatherface because Leatherface came before Halloween.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Maybe the scariest movie of all of everyone's movies, and he's got the remake was good.
That's a good one.
Beginnings of 2022 was good.
Man.
But a lot of Ghostface comes with that annoying ass family and shit like that too. For me, it's Ghostface. Leatherface is the only one I really could understand an argument for.
Yeah.
But what is your fourth?
The Conjuring universe, Paranormal Activity, Insidious. No,
the Bye Bye Man.
The Bye Bye Man. He was so good. My Mount Rushmore of horror movies. I think it would be similar to yours. Actually it would be. I don't really see any. It would be Freddy, Michael, Jason, and Ghostface. And the reason why I put those on that particular Mount Rushmore is because they all represent something very significant, a significant shift in horror movies that had been done before, that either realigned horror in a way that needed to be realigned, or it changed the scope of horror in a way that had been done. Like look at 1978 Halloween when it came out. Was it original? No, not necessarily, because they had done shit like that with Black Christmas, I think, and then a movie before that they had done something with the camera effect.
Yeah, it wasn't the first, but
yeah. it was so visceral. It was so different. It was so, and the music and the acting and the way they shot it, and the fact that the babysitting thing was actually a very scary notion at that time in horror, because a lot of people were doing babysitting. That this psycho kid in the suburbs that looked like they had everything would just snap like that. It's fucking scary.
Yeah.
That can happen today. And then you look at Freddy Krueger, 1984 with Wes Craven, what he does with that. You got to go to sleep. At some point, everyone's got to sleep. So you can't escape it like a normal monster. Like he's going to find you in your dreams and kill you. That's insane. And then you have, Ghostface, which he comes in the 90s. A bunch of fans that have seen way too many horror movies that are reenacting these sequences out
Save the horror genre
in the real world. Yeah, well, they nirvana'd it. It had become very still up until Scream. And then Jason is just a straight up slasher, 1972. I think right when that came out. Is it better than Texas Chainsaw Massacre? No. But is it more iconic than Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre might be the best movie of all.
I could be like tempted to replace Jason Voorhees with Leatherface. I swear to God, and I'd keep it exactly the same. I really would.
How dare you say something so bold yet so true?
Because because these are iconic films that hold the test of time.
I still can't do it though. I still can't.
No, I mean, well, here's the thing. With Friday the 13th, the first one was about Pamela Voorhees.
Yeah.
If it had ended there, that would have been the movie.
Yeah, but it didn't.
So you have to. I'm taking the entire scope in.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, Tobe Hooper's Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a heads and tails better put together movie than Friday the 13th. Heads and fucking tails.
Absolutely.
I mean, this was the movie that the director of The Exorcist was on a stage. Said it was the scariest movie he'd ever seen.
No, I totally agree with this. So who's your fourth?
No, I picked him.
Leatherface?
No, it was I picked yours.
You went with Ghostface.
I said
you went with Ghostface.
I went with Ghostface. Yeah, I did that. Only
if Jay picks Ghostface as number 4, I feel like no one can pick anything else.
No,
if he says
but that's why I explained it, because again, I'm only picking iconic horror characters that changed the face of the business.
Get it up.
But I will say the only other one I could be tempted to change out wouldn't be Ghostface for Leatherface. It would be Jason for Leatherface. That's the one.
That's interesting.
And I'm really, and you know what, to be fair, and I'm
so proud.
I love Jason. Shut the fuck up.
I'm so happy.
I love Jason Voorhees.
We can share everything.
I don't, everything after Scream 1 sucked dick. But anyway, my point being is that Jason Voorhees is a cooler character than Leatherface, but the movies themselves, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I'm just going to say this, the first original Texas Chainsaw Massacre beats every Friday the 13th movie. Every one of them. As an iconic horror movie. It kills all of them. They're great. I love Jason as a character. Jason's badass. He's fucking amazing. I love the look. Kane Hodder is incredible. But as a movie, as a horror movie, centralizing around a horror character, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, kills all of it.
I know. I agree. That's the best movie. The character, though, the specific character of Jason Voorhees, way more.
The cool factor is Jason. The cool factor is Jason.
Yeah, so I would take Jason over Leatherface because the singular factor is Jason's way cooler. Leatherface is scarier because he's got fucking human skin dangling off. Like
I don't know why I look at this shit and I look at Turd Turlington and you say the most random shit, dude, and I laugh and I shouldn't because we're trying to talk. He's an Imhotep. Yeah, I know Imhotep, but but here's the thing. At the end of the day, if you watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1, the original, the 1970s Tobe Hooper classic, and then you watched all the Jason movies, what would have affected you more?
Yeah, no, you're right. No, movie-wise.
No, yeah, well, I mean, but some people would say iconic is Leatherface more iconic than Jason. I just don't think so.
And look, like I'm speaking solely on character though. Like in character, I see exactly what you're saying. You're right. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a better film than any film in Friday the 13th.
Yes.
You could argue that with several franchises.
I don't think it's.
I think people are poo-pooing Pinhead a little bit though too.
Hellraiser's great. No, I love Hellraiser, and it's one of my favorite franchises of all time. But I can't. Like, here's the thing: I cannot put the original 1987 Hellraiser movie that came out. It was a good movie. Yeah. It was a good. By the way, it was directed by Clive Barker. He was up. He didn't know what he was doing. It was still a good movie. It still did a good job. It got the message across. But that character, if that character and that movie had been directed by someone a little bit more seasoned in the field, like a Wes Craven, a John Carpenter, or a Tobe Hooper, it would have been a totally different type of movie. Mm-hmm. It's still a good movie. Pinhead will always be iconic, so he will be on my second tier.
Yeah, likely. And again, we're gonna save that because we're gonna do a whole stream where we do like our top 4 horror John has that alcohol.
Beer problem. Is good.
When we do a whole tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, that's gonna be fun as shit. But it's interesting. I can't believe that you put Ghostface in there. I'm like a proud papa.
Someone said TCM came out in 1974. No, I know it came out later, but I mean it's a superior movie, dude.
Man of Tomorrow says today that, hey, Mike and Jay, last week I got Patreon just to get your guys Patreon, and I love the Jay House tour.
Hey, cool, man.
The Superman 1978 poster was badass. Love you guys. Love you too, man.
Hey, man, appreciate that. I love that poster. That poster is so iconic, and it's so simple. All you see is like clouds and a little streak of red, like you see in your underwear if you have a problem. And it says, "You will believe a man can fly." That is such a fucking iconic poster, and that is like put your dick out on the table and be like, you won't be impressed.
This reminds me also of RoboCop. It's like, "Can you fly, Bobby?"
Yeah, dude. Well, the Superman poster, the original Christopher Reeve poster, is so iconic. The fact that they just put out there and they put a huge poster out. And it had Marlon Brando in it, which they overpaid like a motherfucker. But it's Marlon Brando. I get it. And it says, "You will believe a man can fly." It's so back then, man. People, I would have loved to have been in the theater to watch people's reaction because that had to be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Because when did it come out? 1978 or something? 77. Did you hear that?
the dog we're dog sitting, Dexter, just
but yeah, I love that poster, dude. That poster is great. There's a better poster on the wall of Inside of You podcast with Michael Rosenbaum.
Show the people
he has that. And it's autographed. I was like, God, you're so fucking lucky, dude.
Look that way. I think I look like
you literally look like you're trying to break its neck. It's how we handle things around here.
He's a good boy.
But Michael Rosenbaum, I think that's his name, from Inside of You, that played Lex Luthor in the Smallville. He has that same poster, but I think it's autographed by like Gene Hackman, Christopher Reeve. I'm like, God damn, that would be fucking. Yeah, and it's the actual movie poster, like the glossy.
No, and so we did a crib style tour of Jay's house, which was fun as shit. I farted on the camera.
You did.
It's my favorite part. I don't know if it was everybody else's favorite part. It was definitely my favorite part. But no, and that's the thing too. Like, just real quick, like I know we have this thing going down below. We've decided to try to make our Patreon the greatest fucking Patreon that's ever Patreon in Patreon history.
Okay? Well, why the fuck not?
We're putting tons of fucking shit on that fucking Patreon. We got a basket case movie review coming up. We got tons of shit. So yeah, check it out. There's a free tier. You can check it out for free.
And at some point, we're gonna. I've got like a 17 long box collection of comic books, and
long box.
We're planning on going through those. I don't know if we're gonna do it live or we're gonna film it or something for Patreon, but we're gonna go through each comic book box and pull out the comic books and like rate them and grade them. Not rate them, but like
jump on the dock.
But look them up and see what they're worth. It's going to be fun because I literally haven't gone through those boxes in years. I used to be a hardcore collector from like the early 90s to about the early 2000s, and I quit.
And I believe next week, I'm not 100% sure. I have to double check, but I believe next week should be the Patreon stream as well.
Oh, yeah. So we might do something there.
Things get
and Thunderbolts is coming out, and I have Thunderbolts issue 1.
And we're putting all our spoiler reviews on there. So yeah, it's a great time, John. Fuck Patreons.
Go ahead and do it.
Yeah, buddy. Gary says shave it in the middle like Loomis.
What?
Oh, when he's talking about your head.
Oh. If I were getting paid the Halloween money, sure, I'd do it.
I don't think you should shave it, by the way. I think you still got a nice thing going on.
Well,
you got a sexy little
but here's at the end of the day, you get lazy. As you get older, you're like, I don't want to deal with it.
You still putting product in that thing?
Yeah. Feel it.
What are you? Oh yeah, that's crispy.
Yeah, that's crispy.
A little crispy.
Crispy crunches.
Yeah. I cut my own hair, that's why it looks like this.
No, dude. I'll tell you what.
My own shit.
I'll tell you what, man.
Look at that thin ass fucking popper right there. Woo, buddy. I look like Trump on a fan.
No, you still got good thick hair, dude. Here's the thing about when you get older. I'm 41 right now, and my dad, before he passed, when he was like 63, 64, he had his full hair.
Yeah,
he did. Well, it wasn't great, but it was still like he had all of it. I mean, my dad and I share the same kind of like what's this hairline. So I mean, it's not that terrible, but I also get lazy.
Fire hose.
Yeah, I sound like a fucking guy on the Cracker Barrel porch. What's that goddamn name? Shit, fuck. Checkers. I'm playing checkers right now. But I get lazy. If you shave it, you don't have to do anything with it.
I don't need to shave it. I think it looks good still.
Nah.
Now, when you had an April cut it there for a minute, you were getting pretty dicey, but it looks better now.
Dude, it fucked my hair up. Like, because she did it wrong and it grew back wrong.
I haven't had my hair cut in like 4 months. I've been cutting it myself. It's not great, but I can fix it up right now. Right now, I don't got because I put shit in my hair too. Like I put stuff in it. It's not great, but I got the bald spot. I got the bald spot in the back. You got it in the front.
I'm gonna go. I have a barber. I go to a barber shop where they play NASCAR on the fucking TV. I drive like 25 miles to get my hair cut because I don't want to pay. Like, and I pay that fucker. He raised it. Like, I used to get my hair cut for $10.
It's Donald Trump's goddamn tariff.
Before that, it was no.
Yeah, he's tariff.
He raised it up, but it was $12, and now it's $14, and now it's $16. But I give him like $20, and that's his tip.
Yeah, that's good. But
Mike's like, oh, you can go to this place. It's $48 for a haircut. Yeah, I'm like, fuck that shit. It's expensive
for a man to have a
nice haircut. That's almost the price of a video game. You crazy?
It's crazy, dude. It is expensive to get a nice haircut. But what I've realized is because I'm balding in the back, whenever I pay for one of those nice haircuts, they give me a good cut up front, but they cut all the shit in the back, which is what I use to cover up my fucking bald spot.
Just tell them not to do that.
No, I don't know how. I'm like,
just be like, you want to fade on the.
Can you make it look stupid?
No. What you say is like medium short on the sides, block the back a little off the top, and even up the sides.
What the fuck did you go to salon school?
No, because that's why I used to have this anxiety because I got my hair fucked up when I was a kid one time because my brother and my uncle they took me to a barbershop and this motherfucker cut my hair like Forrest Gump, dude, like straight up like this, and it was like awful. And then I was told by the barber, he was like, "This is the haircut that you get." Because it was just a trim. It's medium short on the sides, block the back a little off the top, and even up the sideburns. Because I didn't have a beard, so they just even up the sideburns.
Beard makes a big difference, dude. They always cut it super short. And I'm like, I use the long hairs to cover up my bald shit. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's how it works. I got a backwards mirror. I'm a backwards man, and I cut that shit over.
Your hair is darker than I wish my hair was as dark brown as yours.
I wish my dick was as big as yours, but because
you can hide shit. My hair is a little lighter, so it's like you can see more shit.
Oh shit. I just read that. Nick Madden says, not to justify poor grammar, but after they broke, my wipers did in fact start whipping.
There you go. That's how you come back with the joke.
Flapping it all around, Nick. Enjoy your drive, buddy. Be safe. Rob Bark says, "Are you guys still thinking about doing watch-alongs during streams, Patreon streams?" So I was thinking Terminator 2 would be perfect for it. So I think what we learned, Robin, was that we had a blast. We did Halloween 4 in a Patreon stream. Or no, it was a Halloween. We did a couple Patreon watch-along streams. The problem is that I feel like most people just don't enjoy having to try to sync up their stream with us, and we can't show the movie. So I think what we realized was a lot of people were just watching, and people who were watching the movie were upset because we weren't talking enough about the movie, and then people who weren't watching the movie when we would watch the movie. So, but you're right, Terminator 2 would be great.
I would love to do it, yeah, but there's a lot of wrinkles in that too, like Mike was mentioning, and then also on top of that, we do talk quite a bit, especially with movies we've seen before.
Yeah.
So, and it's not we're not trying to be rude or anything to viewers, but it's like you guys have seen this movie too. It's like I can't we broke down most of these movies anyway in a stream or something like that over and over again. So I can't watch. Like, I'm surprised. What? You mean T-800's a good guy? I can't do that.
Next time we're in person, by the way, we're going to do 2 commentaries back to back. The Heretic, Hugh Grant, for Mary, who was so kind to us in that one live stream where she donated like 70 fucking memberships to people.
The Heretic. What is
Heretic is Hugh Grant. It's fucking good. You'll like it. And then Disturbia is the Patreon commentary of the month.
That's a great one.
So those are both going to be coming up next time we get together. So
yeah, and like again, I'm glad that you guys are here. You brought that up because I mean, the thing is, we don't want to be rude to you guys. Like when you guys sign up for Patreon and you're watching that watch along, it's just like we've seen a lot of these movies several times, and it's so fucking boring. Like I've watched other channels that are like over analytical about each scene, and they're trying to act like I was like, you didn't write the fucking movie and you didn't direct it. They're like, well, actually, if they'd used lighting in this way, it would have been more compelling.
Eric from Pretty Much It made a really good point. We were talking to him about this one day, and he was like, "There's a big difference between a commentary and a reaction." A commentary is when like you're doing that, you're picking apart, you're really commentating on what's happening on the screen. A reaction is when you're just having a good time with your friends.
I think that's what it is. Okay, so we're doing reactions. Yeah, so we're doing reactions.
But we've always called them commentaries. But I will say this, also, I forgot what I was going to say.
A goddamn beer's doing it to you, huh?
My name's I forgot. Cineflex, we love you too, man.
Hey, love
I like
you,
your
man.
name too.
Appreciate
Cineflex is Cinefex. Sorry, Cinefex. It's cool. I like it. It makes me horny. Gary says it's a shame it's only 4 because my top 5 is Michael, Jason, Freddy, Pinhead, Leatherface.
That's a good one
because they are the 70s and 80s legends where Ghostface and Chucky are 90s.
That's true. That's true.
You got a point. And, dude, I wish it was 5 too. 5 would be so much easier.
Yeah, well, I guess we just change Mount Rushmore and add one more fucking face. Donald Trump will be up there one day. But we'll see.
Gary says, "Hi guys, much love from Ireland." Hey,
I'm wearing green.
My daughter just look at this shit, dude. Fuck your green shirt, Jay.
No, fuck your face.
Fuck your fucking green shirt. I got a fucking Ireland rugby ball. That's how Ireland I am. And we're drunk.
Joke's on you. I played rugby ball in high school. But thank you, Gary.
You ever do that? Like you put your mouth on something and you just want to fucking rip it up?
Yep.
Does that happen to you?
Yeah.
It's a man thing, I think. You just
I think it's like
I think
it's leftover teething from being a baby.
It could be. That could be that. No, my daughter just went to Ireland for a week with her grandma. Ireland's fucking awesome. I would love to go someday. Did you finish the smelling salts, Mike? Jay, did you try it? So no, dude, my wife threw them away. Because I was like, give me more of that shit. I like it. And she was like, no, you have an addictive personality. And she trashed him.
Mike snorted that shit like he was fucking Scarface. And he was like, say hello to my little friend.
I like it. I didn't know I would like it, but I like it. Yeah, I wanted to fucking sniff that shit to death.
After he sniffed it, he smacked his wife in the face and said, get out.
No, on stream, you can hear her throw them away. Because I'm like, give me that shit again. And she was like, no. She dumped them in the trash.
Because she said, and you're right, you're not supposed to like them.
I like them.
Well, I think what are they meant for? They're meant for like power lifters, right? Like that, like they sniff it and they get
or athletes and shit.
Yeah, they get a little extra oomph.
Yeah, she trashed them shit.
Show.
Jay wouldn't even do it.
I was
fucking pussy.
Where was I at?
You were right here next to me.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you fucking were.
No, dude,
you sat right.
Hey, I was not, dude. This was a remote stream.
You're right.
God damn.
Apologize.
Take the fucking wiener out of your mouth.
It's not often I'm wrong.
You're always wrong.
But I am sometimes always wrong, and I was wrong. And I'll
Smush says Mike was snorting cocaine with a couple of weeks ago.
I did it a couple times in my youth.
I
didn't like it.
It's like, say, hey, I got you guys cocaine. Would you all want to do that on stream? Like, yeah, sure, why not? We'll just call it smelling salts.
Do you have a stripper for us to snort it off? Gary says, and I'm going off characters and how iconic they are, not how good the movies are, and that's important.
No, I agree.
That's important. You got to do that. You got to do it right.
Well, here's the thing: if you were gonna switch it up and do a Mount Rushmore of
do a man.
No, yeah, well, of course. I mean, how are you gonna approach it? You want to approach it like hardcore or
Well,
like soft?
I'll to start with sucking it.
Get it wet to fit in, and then a little butthole pleasure. But no, here's the thing: if you made a Mount Rushmore of the top 4 horror movies versus top 4 iconic killers,
that's interesting.
Well, see, that changes everything. That changes everything.
That'd be another good Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
just put the DVD up there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because it's a totally different conversation. Because as far as like iconic killers, horror or slashers
really
versus top 4 slasher films.
That's a really good point, man.
I like it a little bit.
That's a real good point. Nick Mathis says top 5 ghost face killers. Stu, Billy, Timothy Oliphant.
Yeah, that's about it. That's about all it is.
And then I would go
Kirby.
She's not a killer.
I know she looks like one.
No, my personal favorite would be Stu, then Billy, then Timothy Oliphant, Mickey, and then the other two I'd round out with I'd go Roman, and then you're getting deep in the bag now.
I thought people hated Roman.
No, I like Roman. Roman was, dude, his reveal was really good.
Was he the third one?
Yeah, and Scream 3. The movie wasn't the best, but his reveal was great. And then my 5th one would be Richie. Richie would be my 5th one.
Mine would be Stu, Billy, Timothy.
I know. I don't like Emma Roberts, dude. I thought Jill fucking sucked.
Do you know, like I like Timothy Oliphant as the killer. The one thing about Scream 2 that pisses me the fuck off, dude, is Jackie from Roseanne was a goddamn killer. How in the fuck is she going to be able?
She was good, though.
No, dude, but how are you going to tell me that she pulled Jamie Kennedy back in the van like that when she looks like a crack hoe from Roseanne? There's no fucking way.
Mickey.
No fucking way. It wasn't. If you watch the breakdown,
you're right. But
that's terrible,
still, dude.
Terrible.
Fucking Jamie Kennedy's tiny.
I think
he's a little guy.
I think it should have been Timothy Oliphant and the dude from Stand By Me and Sliders.
Jerry O'Connell.
Wasn't
a killer.
I know, but he should have been.
No, that would have been too obvious. The boyfriend again,
like all the other Scream movies after Scream 2. Predictable.
It's not always the boyfriend. Richie's the only boyfriend.
No, I'm saying, but the 5th one, you knew who was going to be the killer right away.
No, you didn't.
100%.
Nah.
Whatever.
I didn't know it was going to be Amber. I didn't know it was going to be Richie. Richie was the.
You knew it was going to be Richie.
Richie seemed right, but you didn't know.
It's like if it's
sometimes it's got to be obvious. Otherwise, if you know it's never obvious, then you know the obvious is not the answer.
By the way, I'm going to point out, I don't think that Jackie was a bad character in Scream 2. I just hated that she was the fucking killer along with Timothy Oliphant.
I love the fact that Benny's giving Dermot Mulroney some credit here because everybody shit on him. I thought his reveal was fun.
Was he in the
six?
Oh my god!
I liked it, dude.
The detective.
I fucking liked it.
Oh my god!
It was cheesy.
My children are with me, child.
It was a little over the top, but I liked that he kind of chewed the scenery and have a little fun with it. I like Dermot Mulroney's, dude. I liked it. I did.
He's a good actor. I just hated that.
He's tweaking. Let him fucking tweak.
That's what it is.
My 4 would be Michael, Freddy, Jason, Ghostface, because you're right. But how would you feel hypothetically about Norman Bates being? Oh, dude, you're so
damn,
sexy.
Dude. I didn't think about that one.
That's a really good point.
I literally didn't think about that one. I swear to God, I did not think about Norman Bates. But you're right, man. You got to throw him in the conversation. You have to.
Fuck, that's good,
man. Who would you? But out of those 4, you got to switch out one.
All 4 of those movies have good qualities, and Norman was great.
But but here's the thing. I literally said the same thing about Leatherface. I think Leatherface. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre beats out all the other Friday the 13th movies. The first movie by itself beats out all the other Friday the 13th movies. 100%. Psycho would beat out, in my opinion. I think Psycho 1 or even Psycho 2.
Oh, dude, let me ask you this question: Psycho or Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Texas. Because the reason why I say that for it, not because Psycho is a shittier movie. It would be a very small drop in points.
I'll tell you this,
but the visceral nature of Texas is too much to ignore.
Okay, I'll say Psycho or Texas Chainsaw Massacre is scarier. I enjoy watching Psycho more.
Psycho is more of a Psycho is more of a mental, it's more of a cerebral thriller.
Ireland Rugby.
Yeah, fuck you. What?
You have terrible reflex.
You threw it at me like a fucking child support fucking claim. I dodged it. No, I will say that Psycho 100%. And by the way, I gotta point this out, and Michael backed me on it. Psycho 2 and 3 are good, which is really unheard of. And you would never think that they were good movies, but man, they're good. And Norman Bates, played by, what was his name? Anthony Perkins. What, dude, a legend, a fucking legend. I will say they are superior movies. Psycho is a superior movie than something like Freddy Krueger or even Scream. I will, but I won't put them as iconic as they were for. What is that? I won't put them as far as an iconic. Thank you, Stop. I won't put them as iconic as something like the other four that we've mentioned. I just won't. And again, I will. I point out and I give ground.
Great head
to Psycho that it's a superior movie to something like Nightmare on Elm Street or Scream. Absolutely, but just
Psycho's not better than Scream. Come on, it's not.
Yes, it is. See,
look, that was the ghost.
Your fucking knees tell you lies.
No, Psycho's not better than Scream.
You're crazy,
Scream's
dude.
Better film.
Okay, but you agree with me.
I love it.
But you agree with me that Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1, Toby Hooper, is better than all the Friday the 13th movies.
Yes,
by itself.
Yes.
Then you're out of your mind if you don't think that Psycho 1, 2, or 3 is better than Scream.
Did you say that Psycho
yes!
2? Did you say Psycho 3 is better than Scream?
I like the opening. Okay, but Psycho 1.
No, arguable, but no.
No,
I disagree. Arguable, but I disagree.
No, you're wrong. Okay, well, I'll say it's better than Nightmare on Elm Street.
Also arguable. That's tough for me.
Here's the thing, guys. The Mount Rushmore of better horror movies would be more exciting because iconic killers is who you grew up with and you looked at.
Everybody wants to poop on Scream because it's more modern.
Nobody's pooping on Scream, dude. It gets more.
Just because it wasn't a 70s fucking classic, it doesn't mean it's not a better film.
Dude, it gets more sexual favors than Diddy at a party.
No, just everybody hang out with me a lot.
No bullshit,
Most
dude.
people don't feel that way.
People love it. Oh, I love Scream. Oh,
that's me you're doing. You're doing
No,
me.
I'm doing anybody. But I'm saying my point being is that no one is saying that they're shitting on Scream. Scream is obviously iconic for a number of reasons.
Y'all love pooping on Scream and making fun of me when I say it's my favorite movie ever because it is. You know how much shit I got in the top 10 90s for putting Scream?
You never let it go.
It's my favorite fucking movie. It's a great fucking film, all right?
Yeah, but I think the reason why that happened was like because you put that as the number one of the decade.
I fucking mean it too. And I mean it now.
You sound like a drunk dad at home.
I mean
that
shit.
I mean it.
I do.
You're not going to go join that cheerleading squad, you slut.
Yeah,
but no, anyway. Hey man, you appreciate it, so it is what it is. But hey,
Psycho is under. By the way,
this is a great conversation topic. I love it because this is like everybody can get involved in this.
So the Psycho franchise as a whole, 1 through 4, not the remake, 1 through 4 is so fucking underrated.
Extremely underrated. Extremely,
because even though they had Bates Motel, it wasn't really. It was a TV show.
It was all right.
Whatever. Yeah. It wasn't pure. So Psycho 1 through 4 is probably the most untalked about, unheralded 100%. Fucking franchise in all of
100%. Mike and I did we did the reviews for those like 6 or 7 years ago, right? We did all of them. Yeah, we did all of them because we had a whole Halloween horror month where we were going around filming Loomis doing all this stuff in front, doing the Psycho stuff. But yeah, man, like it honestly was. Psycho 1, I can understand it's not aged as well because it's black and white, and some people are like, yeah, we get it. It's chocolate syrup and not blood, and the whole thing. But dude, Anthony Perkins was so good in that fucking role. He was so fucking good.
Every time.
And every time he was on screen, every time and like all the stories, they made sense. They weren't just like, I feel like, I don't know. Like the writing was good. The storytelling was good.
Honest to God, dude, if someone were to try to argue, so if you argued me the 4th place on the Mount Rushmore shouldn't go to Ghostface, okay? You could argue with me Leatherface. And I think the only other argument I would take into consideration past Leatherface is actually Anthony Perkins.
I would too.
Like, I think that's actually should be considered. Like,
100%.
Like, for sure. And I haven't seen a single motherfucker say it. That's what I'm talking about.
We haven't done
Psycho's underrated.
We haven't done that. Well, I don't know if we ever would, but a man versus movie of all the Psycho movies. That would be enjoyable as fuck.
I would love it
because that's a totally different conversation with like The Exorcist. Like when we try to do man versus movie on those movies, they fall off so fucking hard. The first one's amazing. The second one's dog shit. Third one's amazing.
That's another thing you do. You could even not like so. You could do the killer. You could do the movie, but you could also do the franchise.
That's true. You could do the franchise.
And it's interesting because again, Psycho 1 through 4, all good movies. Like all of them are good movies, and Psycho 4 is weird, but like Norman Bates just walking around his kitchen making a goddamn casserole.
Let's not. Well, we're not going to get into it because I think that those are two good ideas for future streams.
100%. It's an interesting conversation starters, and I like to have sex after those. So watch your butt later. Tyler says, Jay, I bought you something that I'm pretty excited about. I hope it's a diamond crusted.
I hope
dildo.
it's Ozempic.
I'm pretty excited about it, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you what it is. I found Ghostbusters on Laserdisc from the Criterion collection. It's got a lot of cool extras. Dude, a Criterion Laserdisc is fucking pretty crazy.
I hope you enjoy. Thank you, man. I don't have a Laserdisc player.
Who does? I'll
never be able to enjoy those special features, but that's badass that they even made that. Did you guys think back in the day when Laserdiscs were happening? And you guys remember what we're talking about? Like those giant, like, by the way, they look fucking badass.
Yes.
The record, a Laserdisc was basically like an album, like an old school like record album, and it was like huge, and it had this great fucking cover art on the cover. Did you guys think it was gonna it was actually gonna like replace VHS? Like some of you guys might not be old enough to know about what we're talking about, Laserdiscs. But when Laserdisc came out, I'm like, man, that's cool, but that's so fucking big. That's what she said. But I was like, that's like weird.
It's very interesting. Actually, let's have this conversation. It's a really good conversation. What's your favorite physical media? And I'm not talking about we're not talking about quality of what it looks like, because just obviously it's the newest. We'll do that. But like as far as the physical case goes, like the physical, I get you. The look and the feel and how it looks on your bookshelf or whatever. So you got Laserdisc. You got VHS. Obviously, there's beta, but we want to
don't include 4K. You got Blu-ray, DVDs are fine.
Yeah.
Well, no, you have to do Blu-ray because they're smaller.
Well, I would even include 4K because it's a little different. But like your favorite type of physical media, as far as how it looks on your shelf, holding it in your hands on the way home from the store, that whole deal. Laserdisc, DVD, VHS, Blu-ray, 4K.
If I were a physical collector, if I still physically collected movies, number one would be Laserdisc.
See, I disagree with that hardcore.
No, dude, because here's the thing.
And they take that big motherfucker.
No, they're cool, but dude, there was so much
pizza in the
but there was so much more detail given to like a Laserdisc cover. Like when you get it, like of course it's annoying and cumbersome because you have to flip the disc over to continue the movie. But just the actual media part itself, the physical owning it. The art, the cover style, everything about it looked fucking insanely good. The art, no, it's really cool to have the art be that big. Because
here's my argument with that though, and I think this is a very valid argument. It turns it's like records, right?
Yeah.
When you talk about how you station it in your house,
you
put it in a fucking box, and then they become these thin slivers that you can't see from.
That's true.
So when you want to go look at your movies, you have to actually flip through them as opposed to being able.
Okay,
to see them
let me rank them really quick. I'm gonna put Laserdisc is 1. VHS is 2, Blu-ray is 3. I just like the blue part of
that is sexy.
I don't know what it is.
On top, I don't know what it is. So fucking hot. I love it.
It's sexy, and if it's 4K, it's red. I think.
No, it's black
or black. Yeah. A bunch of crackers talking about blacks again. So yeah, Blu-ray, and then it's going to be VHS. No, I'm sorry. Let me repeat. DVD. So it's going to be Laserdisc, VHS, Blu-ray, DVD.
I'm definitely going, dude.
And that's my 4.
It's easy for me. I'm going VHS first.
That's a good one.
VHS was the fucking best, dude. Because, dude, there's something about that fucking square. And they can make them colored, too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Johnny Mnemonic, like when you, like...
Yeah, I know.
When you read like
Johnny,
when you would rip Johnny Mnemonic and it'd be orange. That was fucking cool, dude.
This colored VHS.
And not just that, but even when you rented them, they wouldn't put them in the case. It would be behind. It'd be in the plastic.
Yeah.
And then you had the big thick thing, and then it'd be in the plastic. So that's cool. And then you could see them from the side too.
By the way, I just made a face like JD Vance when he's like,
"You haven't said thank you once." But no, and again, like the front's great. But even from the side, it was fucking dope as shit.
You did mention Betamax.
Well, they're just big, right?
They're bigger, but I mean, they add more detail.
I think those are actually the worst because that shit's annoying. It's like a goddamn bubble shell.
That's why VHS for me was second, but it's an incredible thing.
Yeah, no, it's going to be VHS. Number 2, I think, is going to actually be Blu-ray as well. Because again, dude, and you guys know what I'm talking about. I went crazy collecting Blu-rays when they came out. There was something about that thin blue line, and I'm not talking about cops. I'm talking about that sexy fucking blue on the top of your collection. That was so fucking hot, dude. So good. My number 3 is going to be, it's actually going to be DVD, because even though it wasn't the sexiest at all, and it became cheap overall, like you go to half price and there's just like thousands of fucking DVDs stacked against each other.
Yeah.
There was multitude versions of it. You had the little clip cases, you had the little regular ones, and there was something about that I liked. Again, laser discs, I think you're right. The fucking art's great on the front, but it's like records. You guys ever go thrifting and you're looking for shit and you see a stack of records and you're like, I bet there's something cool in there, but I'm not gonna finger fuck 3,000 fucking things going. It's like cards. They're hard to look at. Comics, like if comics had a side where you could look and see them all at once, that'd be dope as shit.
They're called graphic novels. You can.
Well, yeah, well, that's true.
Well, here's the thing.
No,
here's the thing though. I agree to some extent. About the Blu-rays, absolutely. There's something very, very sexy about seeing that blue part of the disc when it's sitting sideways in your collection. You're like, and then you like rub your fingers and you get a little boner. I get that, but I will say 100% the laser discs were so fucking cool, dude, because the artwork on that was so unique and different, and it really was a treat when you had a huge fucking laser disc, and you guys in the mood for Halloween, and then you pop it up and it's a huge fucking image. You're like, God damn,
it's great. They're very frameable.
Yeah, you could frame them. I mean, you could take the laser disc out if you wanted to, and have that for your movie collection.
Adam said, "What about HD DVD?" I think they're so thin and few and far between. Doesn't really.
Yeah, well,
they had a little red, but the blue won over
HD DVD. So the whole thing with that was they were competing against Blu-ray. At the time, and it was
the blue was just sexy,
and it was basically Xbox 360, I think, because you could buy an HD DVD player to play those movies on the Xbox, but the Blu-ray was already exclusive for the PlayStation 3. Wasn't there a movie where they had this whole argument? Was it a 40-year-old, not 40-year-old, but Knocked Up, when Jay Baruchel, when he was like, oh no, there was a conversation in Tropic Thunder. They're walking through the woods, and he's like, do you know really what happened with HD DVD and Blu-ray? He's like, the porn industry backed Blu-ray, so that's why it won the war.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. But at the end of the day, HD DVD, is there differences between Blu-ray and HD DVD? Probably not amazing.
Greg, hey, Sinners just came out like a week ago. Let's calm down the racism, okay? That was supposed to fix America. I really don't appreciate this.
Jesus, Greg.
Okay, Greg. God damn it, Greg.
Your cross is losing fire. No, but I'm saying like HD DVD, if it had survived and won and beat Blu-ray, that red, the dark maroon red for HD DVD, it is pretty sexy.
Pretty cool.
You
put a light on that.
It's not bad.
Pretty hot.
Blu-ray,
throw a rouge on you.
But Blu-ray ultimately won because Jay Baruchel actually said it correctly. Porn backed it.
No. And by the way, 4K is coming last. I mean, they're just
black. 4K is cool.
You know?
Well, are they? Oh yeah, they are black. I thought they were black and like had like the white thing on them,
well,
like
no, they're silver. Like the slip covers are silver. Steelbooks are cool. Do they still do steelbooks?
Yeah, they still do them.
Yeah,
no, they still do them. No, they still do 4K. No, you can, but they're overpriced. But I'm saying, here's the thing about Laserdisc. Again, like I said, dude, like the presenting factor. Holding that big fucking laser disc up. It's so cool, dude. Like,
but it's your argument about that, which is correct, against mine, which is then you have to flip through dusty crates.
Well, yeah, but you can also
they don't look good on your shelf.
No, you could build a shelf for it.
Like, if you turn them around,
if you kind of had them like
you'd have to take
fan them out a little bit.
You got a fucking mansion.
No, if you had a huge shelf, because they're not that thick, they're like little thin records.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying if you fanned them out a little bit, like on your shelf space,
you couldn't see them.
I don't know.
It's not logical.
Well, I'd only buy the ones.
It doesn't make sense for the average American.
I'd only buy the ones I want, so I would always know what was up there.
Let me ask you this question. I'm gonna have an unpopular opinion about this. Slip covers versus steelbooks. I'm a slip cover guy. I like a slip cover. I like a nice fucking slip cover. The steelbooks are good, but I don't know. There's just something about the side profile that matters. When you're looking at your fucking shelf, there's something about the side profile that matters. And I feel like the slip covers give off like a sheen that's like sparkly and fun. Where steelbooks are just kind of like muted.
The slip covers are cool, but the slip covers, like it was always that plastic see-through shit, and it would come off, and
That's dope though.
but there was never really any kind of detail on that slipcover. The still books had like embossed shit on it, and it was kind of cool. And then you could open it up, and then like sometimes the inside of the still cover had like a cool little feature on it.
Yeah,
like the coolest thing about slipcovers is the slipcover, and that was it.
Yeah,
it was just, and then after that, it was just a DVD case.
And by the way, another shout out towards VHS. They had those holographic ones, like Independence Day, where you could tilt it in such a way that like it blew up the blew up the White House.
Yeah,
that was fucking dope. They had those metallic ones. You could do cool shit with VHSs you couldn't really do with anything else. That's why VHS is definitely my number.
I think VHS was fun, and that's why I put it as second. You know, the fat boxes and like it actually felt like a thing you're holding in your hand that you own.
Yeah, you know what I fucking hate though? I hate clam shell cases.
Yeah, well, I don't like seafood either.
I like to go down on women.
Certain seafood,
but I know it's
tuna.
Well, certain women, mainly my wife, love doing that.
It's called a yeast infection.
No, it's not. What are you talking about? No, the clamshell like Disney cases, I think they're ugly as shit. I hate them.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like Disney movies, like the big fat.
The fat
white,
ones. Yeah. Oh yeah, those were
like those are fucking. They're awkward. They're weird. They stain. I fucking hate them.
Yeah,
I don't like Disney cases at all. Bunch of bullshit, really.
But I wasn't gay collecting them.
Well, I'm gay, not collecting them sometimes too. Turd says, Mike, are you cutting your own hair now? Because the crabs said you could crack it from the grave. Yeah, dude, that was actually the last haircut I got, I'm pretty sure. If you guys don't know the story, my lady that I went to who charged me $40, but she was good at what she did, was booked or she left or whatever. I needed a haircut real bad, so I went to a fucking Great Clips in Frankfort, Kentucky.
Yeah.
And I went in that motherfucker.
Our capital.
Don't go to a Great Clips. I walked in. She was dressed like fucking Beetlejuice, so I should have known something. Like she had like a tube top, the fucking Beetlejuice thing. She was very nice. She was cracked out as fuck, like to the point where her arms were like shaking. She'd go to cut my hair and fucking this shit. And then
I am strange and unusual.
I looked at her picture. They have pictures in the mirror, right? They have pictures in the mirror of themselves, and they're like their license. This girl's picture was from 2 years ago. Completely normal looking 20-something-year-old girl. The girl cutting my hair looked like the nun from the fucking painting. All right. Totally different. This girl found crack right when she found a job, and it was not good for me or my hair. And then I looked down at the shit she was cutting my hair with, and dude, it had bird poop in it. Like it fucking the fucking case literally had bird shit on it. And like the fucking comb was all dusty and nasty and shit. And she had no control of her fucking limbic system. So she went to cut my hair. She was just jabbing me with the fucking thing.
She had meth withdrawal.
Yeah, dude. And I'm just sitting there taking it. I'm trying to be nice because this girl, she was having a hard fucking time. This is our first day. She was having a hard fucking. So I just sat there and took it. I called Katie as soon as I was like, Kate, you got to tell me what to do. And she's like, go to Walmart, buy this exact shampoo, this like fucking bleach goddamn shampoo, and go home right now because you're going to get some shit. And I did that and I'm okay. But ever since that day, I've been cutting my own fucking hair. It's scarring, dude. It was fucking haunting.
Yeah.
It was some haunting shit. That was scary.
It sounds like it.
I hope that she's okay. And I still tipped her $10 because I felt terrible. But
here's for your next crack endeavor.
Now, don't buy any crack with this.
But I know you will.
Don't you fucking go dying on me. Right? Wes, what's up, dude? He says, have you guys picked up the NECA Halloween 6 Michael yet? I grabbed 2.
I don't think so. When did that come out?
Fucking, I didn't even know that was a thing, bro.
That sounds fucking awesome. But no, I've got some NECA Michael Myers, but I don't think I picked up the Halloween 6 one. I've got a Halloween 2 one, and I for sure I got a Halloween 2 one and a Halloween 1. I didn't even know they did a Halloween 6 one. That's fucking badass.
The only thing I don't like about NECA, dude, is they all look like they're wearing underwear. Like they all
what do you mean?
They all look like they're wearing tidy whities. Like if you look like right here, it's like there's a line in the legs.
Yeah.
And it makes them look like whatever. I gotta pee.
Why are you selling their crotches for?
I gotta pee.
Don't touch. I haven't picked it up, Ryan, but that sounds awesome. Hey, I went to I fixed it. I went to his second screen. I only have one monitor. I don't know. He's got this Batman Michael Keaton thing set up, but okay, here we go. Gary McDonald says, also just back from watching The Accountant 2. It's nearly 1 a.m. here. I thought it was very good and can't wait to see Final Destination next month. Hopefully that's good too. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. I have not seen The Accountant 1. I know that Mike is like always cum guzzling over The Accountant, and he like praises it all the time. So maybe I'll watch it at some point. I'm probably not going to go see the second one. because I haven't seen the first one yet. But I'm glad you had a good time, man. But yeah, Final Destination. What do you guys think? Is Final Destination going to live up to the hype, or is it going to be just another, I don't know, fly by night kind of movie that everyone's going to kind of make fun of later on? I'm excited for it. I think it looks pretty good, but there is a lot of CG shit going on. But hey, man, thank you, Gary. We have Austin, and he says, I didn't like the man on the street segments from Daredevil either, but they could have been the highlight of the show if they were like the news segments from Predator 2. Oh, I get what you're saying. Like, what was her, BB? Was that the chick's name that was going around on the New York streets? Like, do you like crime? And they're like, nah. And they're like, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I agree. I think that like it was a subplot that really didn't go anywhere. Maybe that's going to change in Daredevil Born Again season 2, where she has more of a impact on the story. But I get what you're saying. The man on the street thing, the segment was not that great. But thank you, Austin. Appreciate you. And then we have Gary. Holy shit! Jay is right. How did she pull Randy in the van? Is it Stu like with Dewey and Gail's boyfriend? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I get it.
Drink from my body.
No, I'm not gonna touch that. You can take that back. Take it back, Penguin. You're disgusting.
There we go. Fresh one.
Shannon Sharp's woman. No, I will say I agree. No, that's what I'm saying, dude. That my whole argument is like Jackie from Roseanne is able to physically pull, and I get that Jamie Kennedy is not exactly an imposing character in the movie. He's not a built like Henry Cavill or anything like that, but he's still a man, and she is like looks like she's in the recovery program for crack addicts, and she's able to pull him into the van like he weighs like 10 pounds. I don't know. Does. It was strange. It was weird. It was a little weird. It was a little weird.
But that runs through the Scream. And I will agree with that. If anybody had any main problem with the Scream franchise, I would say that the killers, when they're revealed, don't match the physical things they did before they were revealed. I think that's a huge problem with the Scream franchise.
Well,
I would agree with that.
The problem is when you say that, they're like, what are you, sexist? Like, obviously.
No, it's not
same
that. With Charlie in 4. There's no way Charlie did that or Jim.
But it just doesn't make sense. Like, yes, I understand it's a movie and like a suspension of belief is needed for the movie to work. But at the end of the day, like, come on, guys. Like, if you're going to tell me this little crack addict was able to pull in a full-grown man, like he weighed like 5 pounds, get out of here with him. Get out of my face.
I think they need to do a better job about that. I agree with you.
It's after Gary.
After Gary, right?
Austin. No, right here.
Oh, no, this one here. Austin says Jay was right. Well,
it is.
Austin also Jay was right about nailing the characterization for Bullseye. He's my favorite Marvel character, and he needs a suit and, more importantly, a Deadpool level, except to the cruelly perverse level of insanity Marvel's Joker.
Yeah, man. If you read one comic book from Daredevil and Bullseye, yeah, they've not nailed his character yet, and I don't like. They need to have a character that just doesn't give a fuck. Like, he enjoys what he does. He loves it. He gets off on it. And he is insane. Like, there is no charitable thing about him. He likes what he does. He enjoys what he does. He enjoys inflicting pain on other people.
Like Shannon Sharp.
Yeah. Like, well, no, she paid for it. But no, well, whatever it was. But she paid for it later on when she's trying to poop. But I'm saying, like, yes, you're right. Bullseye is one of those characters that 100% they have not nailed. They made him a joke, kind of like very corny and stupid in the Ben Affleck Daredevil, which is insane because you had Colin Farrell to pull that off, and you still made it dumb. And then even in the newer iterations of Bullseye should be like, he's not going to be Joker necessarily, but he's going to be one of those guys that he loves his fucking job. Like, it's a thing for him. He loves torturing Daredevil because he knows Daredevil won't cross that line. It is very much like a Joker-Batman relationship because Joker continuously pushes Batman knowing that he won't, do the ultimate thing, which is to kill him, to stop him. But yeah, they haven't done it yet. But he needs a suit. I don't believe you. You nasty fucking shit.
No, someone at the door.
Yeah, it was called your fart knocking on your anus.
That's not as loud as I wanted.
Anyway,
to be.
But yeah. Yeah.
Gary, holy shit, Jay's right.
No, we already did that one.
Well,
it's Austin down there. That one.
This one. Austin said Bullseye reading recommendations. Punisher rules. That kind of stinks.
Dude, I gotta go pee anyway.
Okay, well, that's good timing. I had popcorn At the movie theater. You had a hot dog.
Yeah, but I'm not farting.
What do you think your farts smell like?
Not like, but I'm not doing it.
You think you're Mr. Perfect?
Yes.
I farted and it smelled, so Jay left. Punisher versus Bullseye. Bullseye greatest hits. Dark Hawkeye. Dark Hawkeye? That's way too fucking on brand, you would think. But all right, thanks for the reading recommendation. Hey, love a little. The comic history is fucking deep, dude. It's deep as shit, and it's. I love that about it. Like, if you want to know so much about a certain character, like, you're gonna have to fucking get in the shit. You know what I mean? There's like so much shit you can do with that stuff, and I always love that. Billy. It's so stupid. It's the way you spelled it. It's so dumb. My hair fell off and I look like Simple Jack now. Because I cut my own hair. Oh, God damn it. Stupid. It's so stupid. Billy, I will wait till comes back for that. I've got to remember Jeff Batowski. Thanks, buddy. Welcome. Jed Sinsel. I broke my collarbone as a kid. Oh, fuck, dude. We got a story for you. I broke my collarbone as a kid. It healed, but it didn't fully recover. So I'm teaching myself how to use my weak hand, brushing my teeth, practicing my handwriting, and busting gain on my stepmom's toes. Oh, sometimes that's all you got to do, gentlemen. If you're hard up and you're on a losing streak with the ladies, just use the old left hand. It's difficult for you, but it feels strange to him. You know what I mean? Never tried that before. Who knows? It could be fun. Put a bunch of oil in there and just like slip and slide all over the fucking place. Who knows? It could be a blast. Might try it tonight on myself. But yeah, so fun story, Jay Tinsel. Jay broke his collarbone. Technically, I had a place. I was a party to the breaking of Jay's collarbone. We were wrestling in the bed, as we do every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. No, when we were kids, me and Jay and Cody were on a king-size bed. And how old were we? How old were we?
Like 13, 12.
Like 12 or 13. And we're wrestling, you know?
It's not
as gay as it sounds. Maybe it was. But me and Cody wrestling and like playing King of the Hill, like last person left was King of the Hill.
So broke my collarbone?
Yeah. Because he said he broke his collarbone, so he's been trying to jerk it with his left hand. But like, and we're doing this shit and we're wrestling and trying to kick each other, and they had hardwood floors. So Jay gets kicked off the bed. I think it was Cody.
No, you did it.
Oh, it was me. Good to know. I kicked Jay off the bed.
No, it was Cody, actually.
Oh, was it?
No, because he cried. I knew it was him. Because I didn't.
I know it was you.
No, here's what happened. I clearly said fucking timeout. I said timeout. These fuckers we were all wrestling. I don't know what we were doing, like Cage of the Ring, Ring of the Cage. I don't know what the fuck it was called. Like
King of the Hill.
Yeah, or some shit like that. I rolled over onto my left and I was like, timeout. And then Cody.
You know, call timeout in wrestling.
I did.
Everybody knows that.
I did the X.
And that's how you ended up with
I did the X. I was like this. And then Cody's gorilla foot fucking kicked me in my fucking ass. And I flew off the bed, like high up, like I was a goddamn witch from the Halloween series, or like a witch flying through the air.
You were wearing a white Hanes t-shirt.
And dude, I know what happened because dude, it all slowed down. I knew I was gonna fall, but I turned sideways and it hit right here on my shoulder. And as soon as it did, it went like the fucking collarbone just popped up. And I remember jumping up and be like, I'm okay. I knew it wasn't because my whole fucking neck.
You did this. You went, I'm okay.
I know. I'm okay. I know. I was doing
You pounced out of the room like fucking Tigger.
And then when I ran down the hallway back to my room because I just ran and remember I was like, I'm going to my room. It's going to be fine. And I was like, but when I was running, I could feel the whole thing, like my neck seizing up. And then I could hear it going because it was loose. The collarbone was loose, and I jumped into the bed and I ran my shoulder into the pillows. I'm like, it's okay.
Motherfucker thought he was Mel Gibson.
I know. I did, dude. I was like, it's okay. What you're doing is you're overreacting, and that's called hypochondria. You're having hypochondriac thoughts, and when you're gonna reach down here, you're gonna fall. You're gonna feel a knot. It's just a knot. It's a bruise. And when I touched it, it was a fucking bone sticking up, and when I pushed my feet, it went. Like, and I was like, oh, and I went into mom I went to go to mom, and she was in the kitchen. I'm like, Mom, I was walking down the hallway to get to her. I started leaning like this, like my whole body was like trying to bump because I didn't have any balance. And I'm like, Mom, something's wrong. And she's like, what? I did this. I was like, I think something happened. And she's like, oh my God. She freaked me out. She's like, oh my God, Larry, which is her husband. And she's like, Larry, we got a boy with a broken collarbone. I'm like, no, Mom, that's not true. It's not a broken collarbone. It's not. She's like, I got to take him to the hospital.
Me and Cody were sitting in the bed eating Cheetos, like, oh, that sucks.
And I was like, oh, fuck. And then we went to the hospital, but when we came back, Cody was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, I knew it was you, mother. But I got to stay home for 3 days. But Mom made me go back to school after 3 days, which sucked. They can't do anything for a broken collarbone. When you go in, they x-ray it, and the most they can do is put a brace on you to keep your body stable, and that's it. And it give you a sling. But everything, it's like they're like, yeah, it'll just heal.
To this day in our friendship, we call it the Montreal Screwdriver.
Yeah, I should have won the belt then and there, but obviously other people had plans. Yeah, it was awful, dude. That was one of the, and they say it's one of the most painful breaks you can have because they can't do anything for it. They can't fix it.
You would think it would have toughened you up a little bit, but apparently it didn't.
Well, no, you know what happened? I got married the first time to a slut, and then she stole my soul.
Thank you, Inject. Appreciate you, pal. And Jay Tinsel says, did Jay bust big gain on his mom's toes?
Yeah, okay. I did, I guess. I don't know. What does that mean?
I sucked it off.
Have I ever peed on her? What does that mean?
Oh God, dude. I saved this one for you because just reading it is fucking.
No, Miss Chalice, did you eat Virginia? No, but I'm afraid to say, Billy, your mom's name is
Virginia
Shortbus. I believe that's her name, and your looks definitely showcase that.
Isn't there a song that says Virginia, like "Hey Virginia" or some shit like that? Like
I thought it was "Hey there, Delilah."
Oh, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Hey there, Delilah. Billy looks like so stupid. Why did you fuck your brother in Alabama? Ho, you are a trailer park slut. That's true.
Don't mind if I do. Oh God damn it! God damn it! What happened? What's wrong with us?
Jay got screwed like Bret Hart. Yeah, dude. I said timeout, dude. I said timeout. Clearly, I yelled it too, and then nobody gave a fuck.
Austin said, Mike, since ghosts aren't real, would you spend an entire week in the Amityville house starting the day after the Lutz family fled in 1970? You bet your fucking tits I would.
You're a liar.
I would.
You're a liar.
That
dude.
shit doesn't scare me.
You act like that. You act like you're some fucking Al Bundy. I don't give a shit. I'll stick my hand in my pants and not give a fuck. You would get out within 30 minutes.
I'm 0% afraid of ghosts. I am afraid of night terrors. I'm afraid of aliens.
Here's the thing. That house, maybe the Lutz were full of shit. It's possible. Maybe.
A lot of evidence says they were.
There was a family murdered in that fucking house by a
fucking crackhead. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to stay in that fucking house.
Listen.
The creep factor's enough.
I will say that today at the Until Dawn theater when I was by myself, I freaked out a little bit. Because I'm sitting there watching the movie by myself. Not scary at all. But the theater was fucking empty, man. Like I'm 99%. I looked deeply when I walked in. It was fucking empty because I timed those previews. Like Jay told me tonight, he was like, "Dude, do you know there was 25
I was pissed.
fucking minutes of previews?" Because I'm like, I've literally told you that.
No, I was gonna meet Mike here at a certain time, and then I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to fucking change that because apparently AMC is running out of money. Cinemark, they're running out of fucking money, and they got to put in all these fucking ads.
The average at Cinemark is 25 minutes.
I know it's weird that you said that because I went on Reddit and I was fucking pissed, dude. I was literally on Reddit looking up shit, and they're like, obviously you don't get out enough and you don't go to the theater enough. This is usually the standard. I'm like, when did the fuck did we all become okay with this? Well, you fucking pussies, just say no.
To be fair, I was almost late for Warfare last week because they started that after 20. So maybe they're getting a little bit shorter, but no, for like 2 years. The average at Cinemark is 25 minutes. You're late. I always just show up late and I just walk in 20 minutes later and I'm good.
But that's definitely increased because when I was younger,
from back then,
like in the 90s, when you went and go see a movie, it's like 10 minutes.
And you got to be careful. Lex Live, fucking nice ass theater, by the way.
Yeah,
Lex Live, they don't show any previews at all.
But okay, but am I wrong? Back in the 90s, early 2000s.
There's like 4 movies, maybe 4 movies.
Yeah, you get like maybe 10 minutes. Of a film, and then you're like, okay, well, I could be 10 minutes late.
Yeah,
and that's cool. But
100%.
now this was like almost a fucking half hour of goddamn YouTube ads.
It's crazy, dude.
And it wasn't just films. This is like buy Coca-Cola at the fucking theater. Why not?
Yeah.
You're having popcorn. Get some Coca-Cola.
You wouldn't steal a car.
And then then you're like, hey, have you guys considered signing up for our Cinemark special a month? It's like, I'm already in the theater.
Yeah, you got.
I've already got the movie ticket.
You don't. It's meant to be seen on a screen this big, not this big. But no. So I'm sitting there, fucking 40 minutes into the movie, dude. There's nobody in there. I've been fucking burping, farting, fucking laughing and shit at the movie by myself, just like a fucking toddler in a goddamn bathtub, like fucking like didn't give a shit. Didn't think of anybody in there. And I swear
if
to
I
God,
walk by, I'd be like, that's a retard.
But I'm sitting there, dude, and I like, to be honest, the movie's boring me to fuck. So I may have phased out a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's very dark in there. But I look down and all of a sudden I just see this fucking old man, this scary looking old man, just like making his way out towards the ramp to leave.
Mm-hmm.
But then right before the ramp, it looks like he turns to go up the aisle. I'm on the edge seat. Love the edge seat. I love the edge seat. You don't have to. Edge seat. You don't have to excuse anyone or whatever. Even if I'm alone, I'm in the edge seat. But he starts to turn up towards me, and I just see this white ghoul of a man start to like move towards me, and I start thinking, "Oh fuck, please don't come up here, please don't come," because I'm alone.
Yeah.
And then I guess he turned towards the ramp, and he was just gone. Like he left, but he never came fuck back.
Yeah.
And I started to wonder to myself, like literally, like 20 minutes later, I kind of started to freak out. I was like, did that fucking happen, or have I drank myself retarded? Like I wasn't drinking in the movie theater, but like I'm like, am I seeing shit?
You're allowed to.
I'm not 100% sure that guy was there or not. And then I was like, was that a fucking ghost? I don't fucking know. Maybe I did experience a ghost.
You just described the girlfriend of Bill Belichick and what she sees when he gets out of bed to go pee.
Tripped me out, dude, because I literally wondered if it was fucking real or not.
By the way,
like, I don't know.
I didn't drink in the movie theater. You're allowed to drink.
I know, you did.
I did.
I was shocked. You were like, I had 2 beers before I came here. I was like, before you came here?
Yeah, because I was like, it's a scary movie, supposedly.
Well, you just fucking PG.
No, you don't
be a fucking man.
No, you don't understand, dude.
Okay.
Well, I can drink and not be drunk when it's a horror movie like that. If it's a super jumpy, scary movie, it will burn away all the fucking alcohol I have in my system. And all I'm trying to do is survive, dog. I'm trying to, like, Evil Dead. When we went and seen Evil Dead back in 2013, when the remake came out, everybody was talking, and their mom knew about it. They were like, "Oh, this is the scariest movie in decades. You're gonna get heart palpitations. There's gonna be a fucking EMT outside the lobby ready to carry you away." I didn't want that. Okay, I want to be entertained, not fucking scared shitless. Thank you. But anyway, it was not like that. And we had a couple of brewskis going in, and it didn't matter because the visceral nature of that movie burned it all away, and I was fine. And I also had a goddamn movie theater wiener, and I ate that.
Yeah.
So
no, I was surprised that you, knowing that you were going to come here afterwards, I was surprised that you drank. You said 2, and that's not 2. Technically, that's like 4 because those are tall.
No, they're not.
They're pretty.
No,
big.
They're not. Well, you know what?
You have an alcohol problem.
I can handle myself. I can handle myself. That's where I'm standing right now. You know what I mean?
No,
I've had a lot of apple juices, but you know what? You guys might be being like, "Hey, Jason's okay. He could probably drive a car." And he probably should. And maybe he should. Maybe I should tell my poor wife, "Hey, you go ahead and rest at home, honey. Wife. I'll fucking drive home.
I'll take this.
I'll get a bicycle.
Just take my car, man. I trust you. It's going to be fine."
Can I have the insurance?
No, literally, it's funny, dude, because like I actually don't like to have a beer or 2 when I go see movies because I want to feel it, you know. I don't.
It doesn't affect me that way. I
don't want to be numb seeing a horror movie. I want to feel that shit.
But I'll have a tall. By the way, you all keep on saying tall boys. They're not tall boys.
They're mid-range.
They're not. But a tall boy.
I'll say a beer and a half. Beer and a half.
No way, dude. Because if you go to Buffalo Wild Wings and you get a tall mid ultra,
that's like 3 beers.
No, it's not. It's like 2 beers.
2.5.
Dude and a half.
2.5.
I don't think so.
No, dude, because this is like look at what this.
This is 12 ounces.
This is not a beer. This is a Pepsi. This is what it contains.
That's a 12-ounce can.
Yeah, and if I had a tiny plastic cup, it would hold this like a little.
Okay,
tiny,
but we're not.
So the movie theater beers, and I know what you're talking about. They're literally like 2 of these. They're definitely 2 beers.
Okay, maybe, But I can have that, and I had it for
Tell it to your therapist.
Huh?
Tell it to A&E.
If I can make money off of it, I will. But no, during Sinners, I had 2 beers. It's not a big deal for me. Some people just can't handle it. I'm sorry you can't handle juice.
I did actually.
If you can't handle the juice, I get it.
I did. So when I went to see Sinners, I had a volleyball game that night that I had to literally rush to right.
But I had it because I wanted to. You had it because there were black people in it, right? You cracker.
No. I literally I didn't want to, but dude, I got there, and because the fucking Minecraft movie was out.
Oh yeah.
I got there and I timed it. I was like, I'm gonna be 20 minutes late. That way I missed the previews. But when the fucking line, and our Cinemark has 1 employee.
You go the one I go to, right?
Yeah.
Oh, in the mall.
Yeah. There's 1 employee tops running that whole fucking thing. So if there's 3 people there, you got at least a 25-minute wait. And this thing was lined out, and then I'm like, oh fuck, I can't get my normal Coke Zero small popcorn. And then I look over at the bar.
That's the most fucking gay boy band shit I've ever heard.
Every time.
Can I get a Coke Zero?
Coke Zero,
small popcorn.
Small popcorn. Fuck it up. It's great. There's nothing wrong with that. But I look over at the bar, completely empty. There's just the dude standing there serving 1 person. Oh, I was like, well, I guess I'll have a fucking beer.
It is meant to be.
Yeah. So I went over there and I had me a beer. And it was nice. But then I had to pee halfway through the fucking movie.
Dude,
and I wanted a second beer, and I didn't have time to get one.
Listen, it's not about I like to go and see a film. I can have a couple of beers and be cool with it. I'm cool with it. I'm relaxed. I'm having a good time. And that's why I enjoy an adult beverage from time to time. And that's called someone who can handle their fucking liquor. If you're going in there and you're going to come out like a slop fucking drunk from goddamn, what's that old TV show?
I don't know.
Sanford and Son. If you're going to come out like Sanford and Son, all fucking drunk and wasted, then maybe you shouldn't be drinking.
I'm not judging you.
No, I'm just saying particularly the reason why, specifically for horror movies, but I'll do it for any movie. I like to have a good time. It's an experience for me. I'm like, hey man, you know what? They serve alcohol here. I'm going to enjoy myself a beverage that are meant for adults, and I'm going to enjoy it.
Blame you in the slightest. I don't. All I'm saying is, if I go see a horror movie, I don't like my senses to be dulled. I want to fucking feel it.
See, but that's the difference between you and I. Your senses won't be dulled. I want my senses to be dulled, but they refuse to be because horror scares me. It fucking scares my dickhole.
I'll never forget going to see.
And you told me before, dude, I wish I had.
Hey, fuck this up.
I wish I could be as scared as you in movie theater. I get fucking scared, dude. It's not even about hey. It's just I can drink a couple and it's not going to scare me. No, it will scare me no matter what.
You know what doesn't? Going to see a horror movie doesn't scare me. What scares me is social outings, and that's why I do want to have several beers before social outings. Just going to see a movie.
Yeah, you know what?
I don't.
By the way, the piggyback on that's so true. If we've been on YouTube for several years, and there's a lot of other YouTubers that are way bigger than us, and other people that are about the same level as us. I have social anxiety at the fucking ass, dude. So I always feel bad when we meet up with you all because I'm like, that's why I'm like, I don't know.
That's what the 17 beers are for.
I was like, yeah, it's we sat in front of a computer. Yes, guys. Did you guys hear about the latest horror movies? Because we're like nerds like that. But yeah, I personally, the reason why I drink at the movie theater is it's because back in the day there was no such a thing, and the first time I ever heard about you could drink alcohol and go see a film was Movie Tavern. And we went there. I'm like, this is fucking golden. This is like walking into Israel. So if you're a Jew and you're like, I'm gonna go pray at a wall, or a mosque, or whatever the fuck it is.
Here's the thing: it did fuck us up several times because when you do have several drinks before going to see a horror movie, it does in fact.
That's too much.
Senses. No. Sinister. We both walked out of Sinister like. That wasn't scary fucking all. Watched it again a year later, and I was like, "Oh, we fucked that up." That movie was actually really fucking scary.
No,
same thing with Evil Dead 2013.
No.
We did not give it the credit. It was
Evil Dead 2013. No, that's not true. Evil Dead 2013. I said it wasn't that good of a remake. It initially, the first initial reaction to that movie, I was like, it's not a good movie, or it was all right. When watching it after further review,
sober.
No, I was drinking. It was better, but sometimes that happens. Sometimes movies can get better with age. And by the way,
I just think we were wrong because we had beers.
No, the only movie I completely regret doing a review on after the film, and I'm like, you know what, we shouldn't have done that.
Prometheus.
That's Prometheus. I was like, that was fucking shameful, and we shouldn't have done it. because we were both fucking goddamn hammered. Like we were like Night of the Roxbury Boys.
Yeah, dude.
Coming in and be don't pull it up.
I'm gonna
No,
pull it up.
I don't want to watch
see
it. No,
I want to see it
No.
like Helen Hunt and Twisters.
Because Mike,
I want to see it.
I was in the theater. We were fucking drunk, dude. And I told Mike, I was like, hey, I could be Javid. Because, the android was David. And Mike was like, that's a good fucking idea. We're going to go home and we're going to do the review. And you could be Javid. You could be the android helping me do the review. And it was fucking the most cringy shit.
Where is it? Is it not?
It was taken down by YouTube. They don't like it. Just don't worry about it. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it.
I got just
dude. I don't want to watch it.
Watch the whole thing. I just want to play a second of it so they know what we're talking about. It's gone.
Yeah, maybe you took it down because you were smart.
I may fucking.
Anyway, I don't want to watch that shit. That was really bad. That was some of the worst shit. That's the one that I'm like personally ashamed of. All the other ones, no, dude, I don't want to watch that. Look, you took it down. You privated it.
Did I? Okay.
Yeah, you privated that.
No, I'm just gonna play a second of it, so you guys know what we're talking about.
Did we say something really bad? You privated.
No, I didn't. I don't know why that's that way. I really don't. Well, it's probably my fucking hairline right there.
You have a better hairline.
Not hairline, my fucking beard line. That's fucking terrible. But you guys just got to know what we're fucking talking. Oh, I can't actually. I can't because we don't have headphones in. I'll just mute it. This is the.
Oh my god, dude! It's so gay. It's so gay. It's like it's the epitome of like not like like homosexual, but like stupid, like the way you use gay, like call something stupid. Like that was so stupid, dude. I don't know what we were doing, and like I'm trying to be like this is me acting.
Jay's being a robot this entire time. Like he's pretended to be a synthetic from fucking.
It kind of works a little bit because I do look weird.
Look how fucking fat I am. God damn, I thought I was fat now.
No, I just look at how young we were.
My jaw's fucking fatter than my hair. Yeah, no, dude. So it was like Jay, okay, we thought it was so fucking funny. It was like Jay be the android and he was Javid. And then we were both so drunk, none of us knew what the fuck we just watched.
I expected when I said that when we were we were fucking wasted in this review, by the way. So I will give credit where credit's due. We did a good job pretending that we weren't. But we were at I think this was one of the first or second or third times I'd ever gone to a movie tavern. So I was kind of still getting used to the idea that you could drink pitchers of beer and watch a fucking movie. And I was like, this is insane. And we were doing that and we went home and we were doing this review. And I remember in the movie theater, I was telling myself, hey, that's so fun, because we were laughing at parts that we shouldn't have been laughing at during the movie, and I'm sure people were fucking mad. They probably still talk about it to this day over their bridge car playing. And I was like, hey man, I'm gonna pretend to be an android, and you call me Javid, not David, but Javid, and you do the review normal, and I'm just gonna be the robot, and I'm gonna do like the android. Yes, I think that you are correct, and do this whole fucking thing. And then I was like, dude, that's goddamn fucking gold, dude. I was expecting Mark to be like, that's fucking stupid, dude. No, that's gay.
Dude, you remember this shit, by the way?
Now this was not on me. This was Mike. Because Mike, okay, so a little backstory to this. The reason why this happened is because Mike and I had originally planned. Mike and I that's my cousin, by the way. Don't you all fucking be weirdos. The reason why this has happened is that Mike and I we were planning on seeing a particular movie. I don't remember what was coming out, but we got the days wrong or something. So Mike and I were together and we're like, well, this is not playing. So my cousin, this girl here, and my other cousin, which is her
freeze frame's fucking
wild,
and
which is my cousin, and I'm not going to name their names, and her sister, which is my other cousin, they're like, hey, we're going to go see Magic Mike. You guys would just want to come up and do that. I'm like, well, we got to do a movie review. We got to do something. Yeah. This is back in the early days of YouTube. We're like, you got to do anything, right? You got to put out anything on the YouTube.
By the way, this is when they did Thursday midnight showings.
Yeah, this is back in the day.
And this is about 2:30 in the morning. All of us fucking trashed.
So
like
this
ripped.
was so this was after we went and seen Magic Mike, and because his name was Mike in the goddamn movie, it was like, well, Mike should be Magic Mike.
Yeah.
And then he should be trying to hit on these girls. And I'm like, all right.
Ironically, Katie hadn't even met Heather yet, and Katie was asleep, and I lived in a duplex at the time. Katie was asleep, so we had to like sneak in quietly into the back of the house and like be quiet. Like they're all friends now.
No, Gary says that's why you don't invite. No, I was watching Mike like a fucking hawk here. I was off on the corner. You guys don't see me, and I'm like, if you fucking try, dude.
I would not. I was married.
I know, but I'm like, hey, we're all drunk
We've
here.
been friends since we were kids.
I know, but she was on that fucking Sky vodka or whatever the fuck she was drinking. Yeah, so stupid, dude. And he said, by the way, I'm not Magic Mike right now. He said the reason why, dude, that took like 6 fucking attempts. I told Mike, I was like, hey, all you gotta say is I'm not Magic Mike right now. And he kept going, I'm like, dude, do it again. And he was like,
we were doing vodka shots.
I know.
In the basement.
It took 6 fucking tries to get I'm not Magic Mike right now. And then I think you had to call into work.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I got fucking.
Because Mike was getting ready to go to work at like 7, and then Heather had to go. It's cat's out of the bag. My cousin's name, that girl was Heather. She had to go to work, and I was like, well, you're not going to happen.
Yeah. We couldn't handle Magic Mike that night. We went back and we were up to like 4 a.m. taking shots of Sky vodka. I remember that because it was nasty as fuck. But yeah. That's what it used to be like to go to the movies and drink, like because you had to go to the midnight showing on Thursday.
Yeah,
and
what stopped it was The Dark Knight Rising, Rises, the midnight screening of that, where that cocksucker shot a bunch of people up in Aurora. Yeah, that's what stopped it. That's what killed all of that. And it sucks, dude, because back in the day, that was really something to look forward to.
That shit was fun.
If it was a horror movie to go back and watch a midnight showing of a horror movie, that was something special. Yeah. Back in the day.
That was fun. I do like that you can go see Thursday movies like 4 p.m. now. That is nice. But
what's cool is that we could do that. We could do those midnight showings, right? And it could be over at 2:30 or 3 in the morning. And it just was, you're like, hey, let's go to the fucking Waffle House. Like, all right. And it's like, when are we going to do this review? We could do it right now and do a really shitty job, or we could wait till tomorrow.
Yeah,
when we're a little bit
typically
sober.
We went ahead and did it right now.
Yeah, that's why it's
garbage juice.
That's why we're so huge.
There's no reason why we should still be doing this, but we are. All right, Tyler. Well, Jay, I hate you won't be able to watch it, but I've also gotten you RoboCop from Criterion on DVD. So you have a DVD player.
No, I can watch that. No,
DVD.
No, dude, no, Tyler. Like, I'm not and again, I'm not shitting on it. Like, I'll put it in my collection for sure. The laser disc. I just can't watch a laser disc. A DVD, 100%. But thank you, man. I appreciate you, dude.
Fucking fancy. Jeremy Shelley said Diddy is on the Mount Rushmore for icons. I mean,
is it Diddy or is it Baby Oil?
Diddy, Casey Anthony, fucking, you got a whole fucking.
What are you all gonna do? What are you gonna do when Diddy goes to trial and he's found not guilty?
What are you gonna do when I run wild all over
you? No, what would people do? They would be like, what if they were like, hey, we find him guilty of X, Y, and Z, but it's not gonna cause prison sentence. I'm like, well, that's just another fucking rich person that gets away with everything.
I hope he gets away with it. I hope he gets scot-free.
Yeah, I do too. I want to see some new music.
Can't wait for the new album.
Bad Boy for Life.
I bet that shit. If you guys could cast any actor from any time as Batman, who would it be? That's a really good question. For me, give me Unforgiven Clint Eastwood as an older Batman. Ooh, that's nasty.
Come and take the award.
I like it. I'm going fucking. I was gonna say Bruce Campbell. I'm going Mel Gibson.
He's more of a Wolverine, though.
Eat my dick!
Wolverine.
Mel Gibson. That's what I'm going with. Mel Gibson circa Lethal Weapon age.
Man, that's a good question. I think you nailed it with Clint Eastwood, especially if you're going for the older Batman, more wizened Batman, 100%. I think 100%. I think I would cast early 90s Kurt Russell.
Oh, he'd be good.
Even though you could also argue, well, he'd be a good Wolverine, but I think he could play the Batman. I think he could play a grizzled Batman that just didn't care.
Yeah, no, I could see that. I could see it. That's a really good question, man. Mark Gary B says, I watched a woman in the yard. I want my money back. The fuck, it was awful, dude.
Hey, Gary, you know what? Someone's going to call the cops on you watching women in the yard. What are you doing?
That's another one, dude. Just like the Sinners thing. I've had comments. I didn't even do a review, dude. I just did a quick reaction to it or whatever, like a short, like a YouTube short.
Oh, you didn't review the whole movie?
No, I just did a quick YouTube short.
Well, now we got to do a commentary.
It was goddamn. You don't want to. Trust me, you don't fucking want
I know, now I want to.
I had all these motherfuckers going, you just didn't understand it because it's not Transformers. I'm like, bro, I fucking watched that movie. That movie was dumber than fucking Transformers.
Why do people do that? Why do people why can you say I didn't like a movie? I didn't like the movie because of this reason or that reason. And they're like, but you just didn't understand it, you sack of shit.
The specific reason why they did it for this movie was because Blumhouse, how they try to do, they're all about trauma. Like they tried to make the movie about like this deep grief about like suicide and stuff like that. And it just, dude, it was fucking embarrassingly stupid as fuck. The way they tried to do it. They knew they had a giant turd in the toilet, and they're like, let's just throw grief on top of it, and then people will take it as a fucking enlightened horror movie. It was ass juice, fuck cunt.
Yeah,
I'm not dog shit in the fucking dog shittiest turd in the hottest summer sun on the fucking side of a fucking Texas highway you've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I don't go to the movie theater to really like analytically absorb all these scenarios and scenes and be like, let me break it down. I don't do that. I watch
just one of those days when I don't want to wake up.
If it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. But it is what it is.
Yeah, that movie fucking sucked juices. You're right. Inject. Hey Lewis, can I get your ass away from there and a cookie woman?
Get your ass away from there. Cookie woman. Walking down that street, cookie woman. The kind I'd like to eat, cookie woman. Jamie, you are a lying sack of shit. You protect Michael, and it's a threat.
You really landed that one. Gary says, I have noticed in movies your cans are small.
In
you
UK,
ever talk about these cans?
No. In the UK, there are like 2 cans stacked on each other.
Oh, so you guys just walk around drinking fucking 40s with like tall boys.
Yeah, they're
so in the UK, they're tall boys.
They're an outlaw.
They also don't brush their teeth in the UK, I've noticed. Like, yeah, there's definitely a dental issue going on. I'm just kidding. I used to say it on Fight Night when we fight people because like fighting's a lot bigger in the UK. So like you'd be playing somebody, you'd be talking shit, and they'd be like, "Oh, well, fuck you up, man. You know you know." No, you went. No, Mike went way too hard on that shit, dude. Like he called somebody in New York over a video game. I was like, "Give me your phone number." And then that guy, and then actually, like that happened. Mike called him, and he was like, "Dude," he's like, because he's like, "Well, this is all back and forth," and they were like, and he's like, and the guy was like, "How dare you?" He's like, "You literally called my phone number, a random dude in New York, to talk to me." And he's like, "Yeah, well, we took that shit from croissants. We made that shit a breakfast sandwich." And I was like, "Man, that's French, dude. That's not even British." Yeah, I was like, "What the fuck did you guys ever come up with croissants?" Yeah. Oh God. Dean Creamscreen says, "How was the eye doctor appointment, Jay?" 20/20 in both eyes. Actually, he's blind. We just don't. I was kind of hoping for like glasses because I was like, I want to be I want to look a little bit more intelligent, but they were like, "No, your eyes are good." So I tried. Like, could you check my prostate while I'm here? Just. I told Mike like, I got a boner. Yeah, because the eye lady was whispering softly. No. So, kind of. But I was nervous, and I was sitting on this like still chair that like looked like something that they would have in like a jail for the electric chair. I don't know what it was, and the metal was. I don't know. I'm sitting there, and I'm like this, and I'm like, okay. And then, did you have your dick out? Like, why were you doing this? Well, I was like this. Ready. I was like this. And then I want to check your eyes, not your whispering. And then she was like, okay, well, I'll be right back. I'm like, okay. And then my wiener got hard. And it got hard. I couldn't help it. Like, it wasn't like my fault. And it was just like a natural reaction to the situation, I guess. And like the optometrist came in, and she's not like, she wasn't like hot or anything, but she was like, okay, how are you? I'm like, I'm doing good. Yourself? I'm doing good. And then she's like, oh, good. Okay. So she's like, it's always men over 40. They come in here and they're like, I don't know what I'm going to find back there. I was like, you don't know what you're going to find down there. And then she's like, here we go. And then she was doing all this stuff. And it wouldn't go away.
no matter how much I was like, I was imagining the destruction of like the Jews in World War
What
II.
the fuck?
No, I was trying to get
What
my wiener
the
to go away.
fuck?
I was trying to get my wiener to go away. Like I was trying to imagine like really bad things.
Jesus God.
Well, because I have to do that. Like it's strong. And like I was trying to imagine like the worst catastrophes in human history to keep my wiener from getting harder. And it wasn't working. First off, you guys can fuck off if you are judging me for that, because that's true. You try to imagine some of the worst scenarios in your life. I don't know what you're talking about. You know what? I can't even talk to you guys because you're gonna be not true with me. I'm not gonna be true with you. I was trying to
Just like fucking baseball or something. You're like the destruction of the Jews. Like
Baseball.
what the fuck?
That because it should turn you off. But it was out of control.
But it didn't, did it?
It was out of control. Like you couldn't stop the hard on. You couldn't stop it. So literally the entire examination, she's touching my face and telling me to turn here, look at this, look at that, and I'm like, 9/11. 9/11. Nothing's happening. Nothing is affecting the power of my dick. Nothing. It was like a goddamn Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber. This thing will not go away. Like it was strong in the Force. Anyway, when she left, she might have noticed it. I hope not. She invited me back next year. Things went well.
That's the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard.
You know what? I don't care if you all don't want to be honest. That's fine. If you all want to just deny it.
At least it didn't turn him on. Like he's saying.
No, I was thinking of the worst shit I could think of to get my dick to not be hard. It wasn't like, oh yeah, fucking 9/11. God damn it, dick hard. It wasn't like that. I was like, no, that's bad. Get that down. And it wasn't working.
Enough, was it?
No, it wasn't.
You don't care enough.
You know what? Canceled. Fuck it.
You know what? We're gonna go and we're gonna watch Schindler's List together. And I'm really gonna.
I've seen it.
Trying to drive home the points. I don't think you took it in to heart enough.
Bullshit. Those were some of the scenes I was using in my mind's eye.
Holy fuck, Jay is a scumbag.
Well, how's I'm a scumbag? I'm using some of the worst atrocities of human nature to keep my wiener from getting hard. You gotta go and do what you gotta do. What the fuck, dude? You're a liar if you don't think that you sometimes go to the dark places in your mind to control your sex drive. I'm sorry that I have a lot of lead in my pencil. Like, why am I mad about that?
I mean, when you pick it apart, there's nothing wrong with what you said.
There's nothing wrong with what I said.
But you still said it.
And what? Dean says, I'm sorry I asked. No, you're fine. You know what? You guys can cope.
He's saying he didn't like it, people.
Oh my God.
What aren't you understanding? He didn't want it. It just wasn't enough to make his boner go away.
Listen to what I am saying from my lips that are attached to my mouth, that are also using my teeth to talk. I am saying to your faces, I use some of the biggest atrocities that happen in human history in order to keep my wiener from getting hard during an optometry exam. What the fuck is the problem here? I don't know why you guys are getting hung up on the idea of like, you thought of that? Yeah, because those are the worst things I could think of at the time to make my dick not hard. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I should just be like, no, I didn't think of anything. Those things turned me on. So if I thought about those things, I would have been rock hard for 3 days. No, idiot faces. Holy shits.
It just came out so freely from your lips. It was just that.
Clint says, Jay, April there to drive you home yet? Yes. I will be driven home tonight. I will not be driving on the roadways, so you have nothing to worry about. I don't trust myself either. So it's fine. Give him. I don't need an award. You guys are literally like, you know what it is?
Namaste.
You know what this is? This is an attack on common sense. This is an attack on common sense, because common sense would tell you, hey, my wiener's hard at the wrong moment. I'm at a funeral. Someone just died, and my dick is hard. I don't know why it is, but you know what I got to do? I got to think of some of the most atrocious, disgusting things that I can think of to keep that dick down. Why is my wiener hard at a funeral? I don't know. It's called nature. Some things happen in a way that you don't want it to happen.
Like MTV Diaries, like you think you know, but you
I
have
was
no
in
idea.
I was in an optometry exam. The wind hit it the right way, a touch on the face in the right way, and boom, there it is. I'm a healthy man. I'm a healthy man at 41 years old, and I had to think of some really bad things to keep it.
All because somebody asked how Jay's fucking optometrist appointment went. Now it's the
Well, because they were going off about it in the fucking chat.
Oh God, that's fucking great.
You're welcome, Dean.
That's good.
Yeah. By
Thanks,
the way,
Dean.
Dean, don't say it
Dean
like
Green
that.
Betweens.
Dean, was like,
everybody.
Jay, I got it, man. Thanks for
Dean
that
Green
answer.
Betweens, everyone.
Dean is coming
Sting
at me.
off the fucking
But Dean-
Raptors.
But
Raptors
Dean is
top
coming
row.
at like a guy that's like offering me a job. He's like, I got it, man. Cool. I got it. I'm not like I didn't want to keep elaborating on it, but people were attacking me.
I got your back. There's nothing wrong with what he said.
Jesus, dude.
He said that those things were bad. And
Yeah.
he used them to try to stop his boner, and it didn't work. So all that happened for nothing. Is basically what he's saying.
You guys acting like I restarted Gestapo or some bullshit.
That's one time I went for a physical, and the nurse was blonde with huge cans, and the second nurse was Asian with huge cans. So when I had to drop my pants, guess what?
You had a boner, a door stopper that you couldn't control. That's just what it is. I'm very sensual. I'm a very sensual man. Like all it took was a couple of she very lightly.
Hey, can we give it up? Yeah, you're right. You know what? D-Land's right. Let's give it up for your cock, dude. That cock
Yeah.
is working real
but
good.
apparently it's evil.
No, it's not evil. It just can't be stopped by anything.
Yeah.
That's good news. That 40, you went to get your eyes checked.
41.
Guess what? You got your dick checked. And guess what? It's going great. You're doing great. That dick's wonderful.
I hate y'all. Every fucking one of y'all. I'm trying to get me canceled and shit. Jay's a fucking Hitler apologist.
Eric said, "What's up, bro? Teach Chase. Could Loomis impersonate Mike's favorite Tenacious D song, Double Team? Love by way up. That's a great one.
I don't know that song.
All you gotta do is say, in Loomis's voice, just go, we don't mind sucking on toes. Good luck finding a boyfriend who sucks toes. That's all you gotta do.
We don't mind sucking on toes. Find a boyfriend that likes to suck on toes.
No notes. 10 out of 10. That was perfect.
I got the apologies. Jay did nothing wrong. Hashtag.
I mean, honestly, like it sounded like you did.
Listen to
sounded
me.
like you did.
Listen to me.
It sounded like you said something awful, but
I
in
didn't.
context, you really didn't.
I was literally
At
waiting on
all.
an exam, and I get hard sometimes over
Yeah.
the weirdest things.
Man's trying to fight his boner.
Like I wasn't trying to get like my wife was in the waiting room. Do you know how weird that is?
Fugazi.
When you walk out
From
when you walk out from the examination room and you're trying to hide a boner for no fucking reason, you're like, what happened? Like
technically, it's that hot optometrist.
she
fault.
wasn't hot.
Well, it's that mid optometrist fault
had
for
big
whispering. It's that big.
She
boob
wasn't.
mid
Hey,
optometrist.
you know what got
fault
me?
for
You know what really
whispering
got
in her
me?
ear.
When she was like, okay, lean forward. And she was like, and I put my face in this thing and she got her gray hand. She's like, okay, so I'm going to have you do this.
I'm getting a boner right
I
now.
know, dude. I was
I
like,
get it.
I was like, what would happen if I come? No. I was like, in my head, I was like, what if I was like that? And then she was like, what happened? I was like, I had a stroke. I was scared, dude. I was fucking scared. I was trying to get out of the situation. So I was using anything in my power to get out of that situation. So I used mental, like,
Yeah, we know what you did.
Well, fuck
You
you
don't have to
all.
repeat it.
Fuck you all. I would love to dive deep into your brain stems in situations that you've been in. And you're like, how do you get out of those? And how your mental self is able to remove yourself from situation. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have McDonald's tonight. And I don't give a fuck. I'm going to have a Happy Meal. And you all can just suck a wiener. because I think you all are being wrong right now.
We watched a movie, everybody. The music's playing us off the stage.
At least I ain't racist.
Technically, no, I get where your head was. I mean, not entirely.
Okay, dude. No,
I don't typically.
no.
I don't typically go to horrendous events in American history. Well, not. Well,
Why not?
history. Well, it was.
Why the fuck not?
It was a plan. You had a plan. It didn't work, and it was a horrendous plan, and it didn't work. But your dick does, and that's what's important.
You hear that?
That man's dick works.
At 41
years old, got a good dick. Got a solid dick.
At 41 years old, I still got the stamina of a 21-year-old.
That man's dick works fantastic.
It means it gets harder. Hey, you know what? Don't fucking judge me. Don't fucking judge me. Who the fuck are you to judge me? Fuck you.
Shoal Nolan says hashtag no shame for boners. It's not your fault.
Hey, dude, I couldn't help it.
God
And you know what? Maybe you know what? That chick could have looked. It was a compliment. She didn't see it. I didn't like. I wasn't showing it. You know, I was like, hey, what you think? I wasn't doing that. I was like, but
yeah, you could have been Deshaun Watson.
She's a professional. She saw it.
Yeah,
I'm sure she might have noticed it.
By the way, gentlemen, I don't know if you know this.
It happens, dude. Like, listen, hey, like ASMR videos with chicks in it.
More importantly, you don't need to even go to the doctor. People say after 50, get your prostate checked, get a colonoscopy.
No, I gotta go to the doctor.
No, don't fucking worry about it. We know your dick works, and that means
that
everything works.
That don't mean shit.
When I wake up in the morning with a hard on, which I do 2 to 4 times a week, I go, everything's fine. Everything is awesome.
That ain't true though.
Woke up with the dick hard as a submarine.
By the way, I want to be serious for a moment. We got like 10 minutes left. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We've averaged about 250 through the night. We really didn't have a topic to talk about, but you guys are awesome. You guys have shown up in force. Really appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much. Jokes aside, I mean, Mike and I.
We'll put your dick away then.
We play it up, but you guys are fucking great, dude. Thank you guys so much. Really do appreciate you guys.
Truth. It is the truth. We can just pop on.
And I'm only doing this to divert the conversation from my dick.
We just pop on the camera, hang out with the friends, talk some shit. Actually, we don't have 10 minutes left. My battery's flashing. It's going to die any second now. So this is an abrupt ending. However, you guys are real special, man. You guys are awesome to us. We really appreciate you. We didn't even have a topic tonight. We were shooting poo. And that's what friends hang out to do. They show up, shoot poo. Thanks for shooting poo with us.
Thanks for
shooting poo with us.
We're going to see you next week. At some point, by Tuesday, Wednesday, or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
We love you guys.
Hey, check out the Patreon.
Do it.
If you guys can. Stop!
It's all right. Just let it be.
God damn it. Love you guys.
It's going to be fine. We love you guys. Good night.
Oh my God, dick suck.
All this talk about your dick got me thinking about those times when